drama. Hey, I'm starring in this drama. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Hey, I'm starring in this drama because of you. Even in disco lights, I still feel every lie. Wish I could hurt you too. Baby, you know I'm not getting.
Why don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that code? Why is our love at one-sided? It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty. Baby, was that my mistake? Covering his feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad right now, I can't even think straight. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it. Before we get too far away, I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind.
Ooh. Wow, I'm really sad that we had to cut that jam short. But loyal fans, welcome to Comedy Sports. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep that jam locked away in my brain for karaoke. Anyway, welcome to Comedy Sports. It's Friday night, you made it. It's the first match of the weekend. Congratulations on making it here. I know, I'm just thrilled to have made it to 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Friday night, we're about to have some laughs and have some fun. If you've been here before, you are prepared for what's about to happen. But I want to know who is joining us for the first time tonight. Whenever you see me looking this way, get ready. That means there's going to be a poll coming your way in the chat. Who's new tonight? I'm going to talk and type so that I type what I'm saying. You ever have that problem where you're talking and trying to type and then you type down the thing that you were saying and it's really embarrassing when you send a text or an email? Oh boy. Anyway, who's new? Not me if you are a barn burner loyal fan, or me if you are joining us for the first time. That poll is coming at you in the chat there. Please vote. This is good practice. We're going to be using polls throughout the night to vote. Right. Probably time to explain what you're watching if you're here for the first time. This is Comedysportz Chicago. It is competitive improvisation. It's not comedy about sports, it is comedy played as a sport. And sports have winners. And we're all winners, but one team is gonna win tonight. There are two teams battling for your laughter, love, applause, and points tonight. We have our defending champions, the Downtown Chicago Bosses, and they're facing off against your visitors in red, the Oak Park Cat Sharks. I'm gonna have a fun time saying that all night. Oak Park Cat Sharks. All right, so this poll is going here. You're going to use this later on in the match. I'm gonna be using polls to gauge what you thought was funnier and who you think gets points to win the match. What else do I need to explain? You know, sports, in addition to having winners, sports also has rules. You can't just run around the field doing anything. Sometimes you have to kick a ball a certain place. I don't know, but I know Comedysportz rules. There are many rules and there are fouls. That's right, we have a referee. He wears a referee stripy shirt like the guys on the field with the balls and the kicky things. But this is Comedysportz and we have very specific fouls. The one that I'm gonna tell you about is the brown bag foul. Wonderful organ music from Mr. Ryan Mira on the keys. The brown bag foul, because this is a show for everyone, all ages. I see 35, not me, question mark, in the chat. So that means we have mostly returning fans. I still think it's important to point out this brown bag foul in case one of you forgot. This is a show for everyone. We don't need to step over the line of good taste or say anything rude, crude, or Bed Bath or Beyond in order to make you laugh. Oh no. But we are improvising. We're making it up so we could mess it up. If someone messes it up, referee will blow their whistle, call the brown bag foul, and that player will have to wear a brown paper bag on their head for the rest of the scene. It's also, embarrassing, and they might lose points. Nobody wants that. I'm pointing it out to you, loyal fans, because the chat is also a good, nice space. If you say anything bad in the chat, it might not even make it through because we have a brown bag bot monitoring the chat. But if it does, we might boot you from the Twitch chat. And that's no fun. You're just going to be sad that you're going to miss the rest of the sports and the kicks and the goals. Anyway, back to the comedy sports. Those are the main rules I want to point out. We're also going to need suggestions because we can't just make things up off the top of our heads without some sort of inspiration from you. So in the chat, I want you to practice. I would love for you to give me suggestions. It's winter time and nobody likes that. In the chat, please type suggestions of things that you can do on an island. Like swim. Go for a walk. It can be that simple. But what does it make you think of? Activities that you might be able to do on an island. I might look at those later, so throw those into the chat for me now. I already see a few. Allie, I love it. Fantastic. Okay. Finally, before we get this match started, I'm going to tell you about some special things that you can learn about Comedysportz Chicago. You're on the Twitch page, but check out our homepage for About Us. It's CSC or twitch.tv/CSZN Chicago. Field goal. Anyway, go to that page, read our About Us, and you can learn not just who we are and what we're doing, but our full schedule, because you've stumbled upon us on Friday at 7:30, but we have shows Friday, Saturday at 7:30, 9:30. There's minor league matches on Wednesday. There's rec league matches on Sunday. And in February, there's a whole lot more coming on other nights of the week. There's 7 nights in the week. We have at least 3 more nights that we can add things to, because math. So check out the schedule, and you'll also get our Chicago resource guide, which has wonderful information about how you can support Black-owned businesses, learn about the Black Lives Matter movement, and also lots of other things. I forgot. Lots of things you can learn about, though. So check that out. Right below in the About Us section, there's also a link for our Discord. If you would like to chat with us when we're not on screen to see what's going on, you can join our Discord channel for being in the know, everything comedy sports. Okay, if you have questions about any of those, put them in the chat and one of us will help to answer it. I think I have covered pretty much everything. And I'm really excited because I'm ready for Ref Hars to talk more than I'm talking right now. But to do that, we need to bring them onto the screen. I'm gonna dramatic from Ryan Ford. It's almost like being at a sporting event where they have an organ player and they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's time for Comedy Sports. That's right, loyal fans, you've made it to the Twitch room, to the chat. You're joining us for this epic battle between the downtown Chicago bosses facing off against the visitors in red, the Oak Park Cat Sharks. Tonight, we have a very special guest all the way from Comedysportz Jersey Shore. It's Rhea Torricelli. Up next, Josh Segovia. And your captain of the Cat Sharks, it's Kate Cohen. All right, make some noise, 6s and 7s in the chat for your defending champions. In blue, the downtown Chicago bosses. Up first for the bosses, it's Carly Kohake. Next up, Miguel Lepe. And your captain on screen for a rare time tonight. Get ready, loyal fans. It's our favorite Rai, Captain Ryan Ford. All right, you know what to do. 6s and 7s in the chat for the referee because this is sports. The ref tonight coming in his apartment door right now. It's Hars Sonderricker.
Hello, loyal fans. How we doing tonight? 6s and 7s in the chat. Heather, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I didn't tell anyone who I was. My name is Heather Scholl, and I'm the announcer tonight. Sports!
You are the announcer. You covered all the sports. You nailed it like a perfectionist. I'm gonna handle the computer. Comedy Sports, we've been here for like 9 months coming through the internet for you. So we have a foul called the technical foul. The technical foul happens if someone stays on mute, if their internet freezes, if they forget to pay their Comcast bill. If any of that happens, I will call a technical foul, and that team may lose a point. That team may lose 5 points. It is all up in the air right now, but that is another foul that I can call as the referee here at Comedy Sports. Very excited for this match and our guest player. I think the only thing I have to do now is welcome my captains to the screen. Excellent. Captain Ryan, the champions, Captain Kate, the challengers, please shake hands in good sportsmanship. Nice. That's the way I like it. Listen, we need to decide who's going to go first in this first round of Comedy Sports. Now, one of my favorite places to go in the world is Clinton, Iowa. Now, I know what you're going to say, so don't. They have Eagle Point Rock, and they have the very short-lived Flavor Flav's Chicken Shack. But that's not why I went. I went because I like trains. And 3 railroads intersected there at Clinton, and I could just sit by the tracks and listen to trains. Captain Kate, I want you to take me back to Clinton, Iowa. I'm going to close my eyes, and you're going to make a train sound and see whichever captain gets closest to take me back to Clinton, Iowa, and my happy place. I'm going to let. So, Captain Kate, I'm going to close my eyes. Begin.
You got it. Now approaching Clinton, Iowa.
Excellent. Oh, that was very good. Captain Ryan, I need you now. I'm going to close my eyes. Do your best impression. Take me back to Clinton, Iowa. Here we go.
That, Ryan.
Ours, you missed the train.
You know what?
Disrespectful, ref. It's straight up disrespectful.
It was just right, and I would never miss a train. I know them. So, Captain Kate, you win that coin toss.
Oh, you bet I did.
Yeah.
Ref Hars, I would like to take all of us back to Clinton, Iowa, and by that I mean we would like to try that on for size.
Excellent. Captain Ryan, you've been challenged to try that on for size. Do you accept?
I accept, and also I would just like to let everyone know, Hars, you and I have missed trains together.
You know what, Ryan? That's true. Give the bosses a bonus point. We have missed trains together.
Ooh,
Usually because
Scoring update for the sports. The bosses have 1 and the cat sharks have 0.
yeah, we have missed trains together. Excellent. But Captain Ryan, do you accept to try that on for size?
Oh, yes, I do.
Wonderful. Please bring me a player from each team to the screen while I explain the game. Loyal fans, in the game of Try That On for Size, please, in the chat, put some activities in, some active activities. They could be chores, they could be things you like to do on the weekends, it could be the things you like to do on the weeknights, or during the day. They could be jobs that you have currently or once want to have or used to have. Any of those activities will work wonderful in the game of Try That On for Size. The red team has thrown out the first game, so Josh will be doing the first activity. He will be miming that activity, whatever I get from the computer. Miguel will have to exactly copy that activity, but say something different than he's doing. Play will go back and forth until someone either repeats something that's already been said, something they run out of things to say, or if I don't like them anymore, they'll be taken off the screen and a new player will replace them. The team with the player remains standing will get 5 tasty points and the choice of the next team game. So, Heather,
Yeah.
sports, what's a good suggestion that you got there?
Let me look at all of these wonderful things. Ooh, that one's just kind of a zing at Hars. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the suggestion of folding a fitted sheet because I would love to know how.
Folding a fitted sheet. Excellent. Your activity is folding a fitted sheet. The game is tried on for size. We're going to start with Josh. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Yes.
Begin.
I'm folding a fitted sheet. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to climb a totem pole. Try that on for size.
I'm making myself larger to avoid a predator. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to hug my dad as he leaves for the day. Try that on for size.
I'm practicing a cheerleading routine, because this year I'm gonna make the team. Try that on for size.
I'm Voltron and I'm transforming. Try that on for size.
I'm spelling the letter I'm looking at. Try that on for size. Like a cheerleader would. Because I'm gonna make the team this year.
I'm sorry. You don't spell your folding. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Josh. I'm sorry. Please leave my screen. Bring a new red player up.
Really sad he didn't make the cheerleading.
Yeah. Well, I didn't make it either. Wonderful. Ooh, we need another activity. Ooh, I love this one. Flipping an egg. Flipping an egg. Flipping an egg. Miguel, we're going to start with you.
Yeah.
Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Begin.
I'm flipping an egg. Try that on for size.
Oh no, there goes the baby. Try that on for size.
I'm throwing powder in the air before the big basketball game. Try that on for size.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere. Try that on for size.
I just exchanged a bunch of dollar bills for coins and I'm throwing them over the balcony. Try that on for size.
Get that, you bad gnat, and away. Try that on for size.
I'm looking for gold at the beach and I'm just filtering all the sand out for the little rubies.
I'm
What?
sorry, Miguel. You were looking for gold, but you were filtering for rubies.
Yeah, man,
Something
gold.
doesn't make Yeah, I'm sorry. Leave my screen.
All right.
Excellent. A new player up. Let's get a new suggestion here. Yeah, that's definitely a dig on me.
Delivering pizza.
Delivering pizza is perfect. We'll start with the red team. Delivering pizza is your activity. Please begin.
I'm delivering pizza. Try that on for size.
I didn't like this book, library lady. Take it back. Try that on for size.
To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a house to the left. Try that on for size.
This is my Etch-a-Sketch. It has my plans to torture my brother on it. Try that on for size.
I'm trying this new exercise. Try that on for size.
Here's my cardboard box full of grievances. Try that on for size.
I'm closing my door against my mom because I'm a teenager. Try that on for size.
I'm whipping 2 frisbees at once. Try that on for size.
I'm draining the bathtub. Try that on for size.
You'd want to save that water for your next bath. No one else is gonna use that water. I'm sorry. Please bring a new red player up. How about this for your next activity? Reorganizing your kitchen. Reorganizing your kitchen. Captain King, I believe this is the last red player. Do you have one more?
Oh, no, it's just me. But I'm not feeling the pressure. Don't worry.
No pressure here, but just to let you know, if you do lose this round, not only will your team lose, but you won't get 5 big points.
Oh, well, you know what? Let's reuse some bathwater and make it happen.
There you go. That's my kind of captain. We'll start with you, red team. Reorganizing the kitchen. Begin.
I'm I'm reorganizing the kitchen. Try that on for size.
I'm playing Dance Dance Revolution, but working my upper body. Try that on for size.
I'm an old-timey switchboard operator at an old-timey switchboard. Try that on for size.
I like to touch the tree and all pieces of protruding bark. Try that on for size.
Have you tried rock climbing yet? It's the exercise of the future. Try that on for size.
I'm your little kitchen cat. Meow, meow, meow. Try that on for size.
I take the game out, I blow on it, and I put it back in, and it works. Try that on for size.
My hands are clams. Clam. Try that on for size.
I'm sorry, Carly. A clam wouldn't say clam.
Oh, if they were introducing themselves, they might.
Only to a whale. Please leave my screen. Awesome. All right. Captain Ryan, Captain Kate, Captain off right now. Let's get a last activity. Heather, would you choose that last activity for me?
Oh my goodness, yes. It is giving a cat a bath.
Ooh, excellent. Giving a cat a bath. Now, we are all three at one point in our lives cat owners, so we've all done this, possibly. So, maybe. So, Captain Ryan, we'll start with you. Giving a cat a bath. Begin.
I'm giving a cat a bath. Try that on for size.
I made my own popsicle, and it's gigantic. Try that on for size.
This is a dirty pillow. I'll clean it up. Try that on for size.
It's called tongue art. Where have you been? Try that on for size.
Thank you for taking my workshop on kissing. Try that on for size.
I can't wait to see you again. Try that on for size.
I'm in my high school rock band. I'm the lead singer. Try that on for size.
I don't like to pick a dress until I've rubbed it against my face and mouth. Try that on for size.
I'm voguing. Try that on for size.
Hey, you wanna dance? Try that on for size.
I'm Quasimodo.
I'm sorry. That is not how the proper way to ask anyone how to dance. Okay, 5 points for your bosses. Ugh.
Ooh, that brings the score. Bosses 6, Cat Sharks 0.
Yes, Cat Shark 0, bosses 6. You know what? Let's get the captain of the bosses up on the screen for me, please.
Hello, Hars.
Captain Ryan. Hello, how are you today?
You know, I'm great, Hars, and it's great to see you.
It's great to see you too, buddy. It's been too long.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's true. Excellent, Captain Ryan. You're winning.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you chance. You get to play a game to see if you can win more. What game would you like to play to win more with?
We'd like to play the game Panel of Blank.
Panel of blank. Okay, so I'll get a suggestion and we'll fill in that blank.
Yeah, we were too accommodating to pick a theme, so we'd like the fans to do it.
Ooh.
Excellent, fans. How about this? In the chat, throw in an occupation. Throw in an animal. Throw in a state. Throw in pretty much whatever you'd like. And Captain or announcer Heather will read through those and see if I've missed any good ones. What you're going to see is we're going to have questions from this panel. So you know what? I need questions too. So first of all, Heather, what is this a panel of?
Oh, it's definitely panel of dance instructors.
Excellent. Yep. This is a panel of dance instructors, and they're going to answer any question you have. Now, these questions don't have to revolve around dancing. They can be any questions at all involved in anything at all. So let's see those questions. But first, I'm going to have the panel introduce themselves. First panelist, please introduce yourself.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Oh, you can go ahead.
Oh no, I'd want to dream of it.
Then I will go ahead. Hi,
Excellent.
my name is Chance, and I am a dance instructor. And also, I also love spending time with my dogs. I have 16 dogs, and I'm here to just tell you about everything.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Chance. Next panelist, please.
Hi. It's me,
Hi.
Celia Dubois.
It is you, Miss Dubois.
Yes, it is. I am here returning to my hometown to grace them with their semi-annual pumpkin parade. Here to teach anybody any dance they want.
Well, excellent, excellent, wonderful. I can't wait to hear that. And our thank you, Miss Dubois. Our last panelist, please.
Yes, I am Father McGinty of Elmore City, Oklahoma. Now, we don't allow dancing here, but I am technically listed as the dance instructor. No dancing.
Excellent. No dancing. Right. Thank you, Father. Thank you for all joining us. The questions are coming in very, very hot now. Our first question: how do I know when my compost is ready? How do I know when my compost is ready? We'll start with Chance.
Oh, what a beautiful question. I'm loving the energy. Bright and early in the morning. That's when you want to go outside and look at that compost. Bring all the dogs with you. Let them guide you. Let them lead you. Let them smell when it's done. And baby, that's when it's done. Yeah!
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Ha, Mr. Dubois, when is my compost ready?
Thank you so much for asking. The compost is ready in the big city, the Big Apple, when the rats come out and they have a feast. That's when it's the most nutritious and the most sulfurous. That's how you know.
You used a fancy word that I don't even heard of, so it must be true. Father, when is my compost ready?
You can tell your compost is ready when it's got that slightly tan brown look, and then you get that unmistakable funk that sounds and smells like the funk of hell, which is where you'll be going if you start shaking those hips and I see you dancing. No dancing! But I am.
Okay. I haven't danced since 2001. The next question is already in. What is glue made of? What is glue made out of? We'll start with Mr. Dubois.
Oh my God. I can't believe you'd ask me about glue here on a family show. Glue
boy.
is made from when a man loves another human and then a woman loves another human and then they all get together and then they make glue.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Thank you. Yeah, Chance, when is glue ready?
I just want to take this time to check in with everyone. Pulse it out. Okay, make sure that you are breathing correctly. Listen up. Glue, I just found this out yesterday because old Ruffles threw it up. He ate all the glue in the house. I have 92 bottles of glue, and they're all gone. Glue is just made out of melted tape, apparently, because I just froze it out and I lined them up. I froze the glue, the throw-up glue, and I lined them up, and then I cut them, and now I just have a bunch of tape. You just want to keep stretching.
Nice. Yeah, stretch that glue out and make it last longer. I get it. Well done, Chance. Father, what is glue made of?
Everybody knows that glue is made from horse hooves, just like the 4 horses ridden by the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse who will rain terror upon earth if you start shaking those hips, because everybody knows God is not ready for this jelly. I am the dance instructor. Just
Understood, but no one danced. Excellent. Another question. Where is the best place to get tacos? Where's the best place to get tacos? Father, I'm coming right for you. Where's the best place to get tacos? Father?
Yes, sorry. I was thinking about the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I think about it often.
Ooh.
The best place to get tacos. Well, there's a place in downtown Elmore City, Oklahoma, that sells. They have these great soft tacos. Pretty simple, just pastor, cilantro, and some onions, cebolla, if you will. It's fantastic, and they have this music in there. It's like a boom, ga doom, ga doom, ga doom, ga doom, ga doom, ga ooh, ga doom. No, I can't. I won't. I can't. I shan't. Great tacos, though.
Great tacos. Wonderful. Chance, where's the best place to get tacos?
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you asked. I just want to check in with everybody. We're going to do salsa later on. That's what this just reminded me of. So get ready for the salsa. All the dogs are ready, and I'm ready too. Listen, the best place to get tacos is actually where I got my last 6 dogs. It's this woman's house. Her name is Rosita Vasquez, and she lives in Lincoln Square, all the way up on the north side. And what you want to do is you want to walk there because you're going to want to walk all that poundage away, okay? We're going to practice salsa later.
Excellent. I'm almost afraid to ask. Mr. Dubois, where's the best place to get tacos?
Oh, thank you so much for asking, you little nymph. The best place is down in Greenwich Village. There's a cabaret that you have to walk down 3 flights of stairs to get into. There's no windows, but they have the best tacos and the music hits your body and you gotta go with it. It helps with the tacos. Yeah.
Wonderful. Another question has come in. What is the perfect movie for a rainy day? The perfect movie for a rainy day. We'll start with Miss Dubois.
Oh, the perfect movie on a rainy day. It's Havana Nights, and I'm gonna omit the second part. But oh man, is that gets your legs a going, your gams a jumping. That's a good movie for a rainy night.
All right, I'd like some jumpy gams, no doubt. Chance, what's the perfect movie for a rainy day?
You see, you put your foot forward and then back, and then you spin it, and then you spin it. The best movie for a rainy day, honestly, you need all of your dogs around you on all of your couches. And you need to watch Marley and Me, because the tears will flow just like the rain. And Mira, don't get mad at me because you'll be sad. You'll be happy. You'll have all your friends with you, and then we'll dance the salsa later, okay? Yeah.
Turn and spin. I get it, yeah. Father, what's the perfect movie for a rainy day?
Oh, yeah, for a rainy day, like when I've been working so hard, I'm gonna punch that card in 8 hours, for what? Tell me what I got? Doubt. The movie Doubt, based on the play.
Yeah. Excellent. That's the game. Excellent. Heather, we learned so much.
Yeah, I learned a lot, and now I have the Footloose song stuck in my head, so that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I didn't see the remake. I only saw
okay.
the Kevin Bacon one.
That's good.
Yeah. And I've done the tractor thing with other people, like when they drove tractors against each other. I did that on the farm.
Of course you did.
I always won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. You know what? We need the captain, Captain Kate, to the screen. Please, Captain Kate.
Choo-choo. Sorry.
It's like I'm back. It's like I'm back home. That's a perfect 5-chime Nathan 5-chime horn. It's wonderful.
I hate myself for trying, but I tried. For you, Ref Hars, for you.
You didn't try. You trained, and that's great.
I did train.
Yeah. Captain Kate, you just saw a great game called Panel of Blanks.
Well,
What would you like to
kind
play?
of
Yeah.
subjective how great it was, but yes.
Yeah. What would you like to play now in this round of I'd like to get some points round?
Sure. Well, you know, we are we are beings of the stage, okay?
Sure.
We can't help it. So we would like to play the game of Pick a Play.
Ooh, excellent. Please bring your plays and your team to the screen.
Real.
Excellent. Loyal fans, the players are going to show their in the game of Pick a Play. Two of the players will be reading plays. So please, players, pull those plays out, and they each have 3 plays. They've marked them 1, 2, and 3. So loyal fans, in the chat, give me some numbers. Throw some numbers for our players on what plays they should pick, either 1, 2, or 3. Throw those out there for me, please. And in this game, our 2 players reading the plays will only have to do lines from those plays. Josh can say whatever he wants, but he has to justify what's happening with these lines of plays. So let's see here. Captain Kate, it looks like play 3 and play 2 are the two hitters. So Kate, please 3. Rhea, please 2. Play 2. What's the title of that play there?
Maybe you've heard of it. I'll be reading from The Crucible by Arthur Miller.
Ooh.
Never heard of it.
Classic.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, player. You are on mute. And that is a technical foul.
I was being
Yeah.
respectful of the ref.
Right. You were being very respectful. So I'm going to take 2 points away from the red team, but give them back 1 point for being respectful.
Ooh, scoring update. The
Please.
Bosses have 6 and the Cat Sharks have -1.
We'll take it.
Excellent. Excellent.
Run,
And
boy.
what is your play?
Once again, in real time with sound, it is Long Day's Journey into Night, Eugene O'Neill.
Oh, never heard of it. Excellent. Loyal fans, in the chat, please type out a location that you've gone to more than once. Like I've been to Clinton, Iowa a bunch of times. Where is a place that you've been to a bunch of times? Put that out there in the chat for me. Ooh, wonderful. I love this first one right away because I've been there too. Your suggestion is Cedar Point. The game is Pick a Play. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Begin.
Mom, can I have $20? Can I have $20? I want to win a stuffed bear.
She sent her spirit out.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, Jamie.
Oh. Can I have $10 just to get a soda? I have $10 in my pocket. The soda is $20.
He tried to kill me many times.
But that's what you're supposed to be thrilled. This is the Rock and Roller Coast.
Why shouldn't she be all right?
She should be. We did the little lap bar, we did the other bar, and then we did the belt. I was scared, but we lived. Moms.
I never knew
Can we
it
go again?
before. I never knew anything before. But
They never come back.
she sit there denying, and I feel a misty coldness climbing on my back, and the skin on my skull begins to creep, and I feel a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe air, and then entranced, I hear a voice.
We're all fall guys and suckers.
Can you repeat that? I just saw Charlie Brown. Wow. He's
The truth
real
is
and a
there's
lot
no
bigger than I
truth, there's
remember.
no hope. And you're a liar.
Last month, a Monday, I think, she walked away, and I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. Do you remember it?
Your guts? Like that bird that you hit on the way over here? We saw its guts. I'll never forget it.
And that's an upright answer.
I must go upstairs. I haven't taken enough.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go sit in the car until the day's over. You let me know when we're ready to go home.
Well, she never knew no commandments. They had her in a flat lie.
I fooled him this time.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
But
Where's
the
Edmund?
The proof.
I smell funnel cake.
Where's Edmund?
Anybody want a funnel?
And that's the game! All right. Announcer Heather, we saw
Yes.
two great games. We saw panel of blanks by the blue team. We saw pick a play by the red team. It is now, loyal fans, your opportunity. Throw a poll is up there. We have to vote on which team should get 5 points. Heather, can we have a scoring update?
Oh yeah, the score hasn't changed since my last scoring update. The score is -1 for the Cat Sharks, and downtown Chicago Bosses are in the lead with 6 points.
Ooh, look at that. And that poll is up and going. What does it look like?
It's pretty big lead at the moment for the Cat Sharks. I would like to remind our loyal fans that they can use their channel points to vote for their favorite team multiple times. You can just keep pressing the point button under the poll after you vote. It is a runaway at the moment, but there's some fluctuation there. I want to point out something I didn't mention in the earlier part of my intro is that after this match, stick around between matches for a special installment of Luis Cortez Diversity and Inclusion Talks. This D&I talk is going to be about intimacy on stage with Jessica Steinrock. So stick around and watch that between shows.
Please do stick around, and then right after that is the 9:30 match. So it's you don't have to do anything. You just keep watching.
The
Awesome.
poll has ended.
Who won, Heather?
With a total of 56% to 44%, the points go to the Cat Sharks.
Excellent.
That brings your score: Cat Sharks 4, downtown Chicago Bosses 6.
Love it. May I have my captains? They're already there. Look at that. Didn't have to bring them up. Oh, I've never heard of. Okay, we can all play this game. I'll play this game.
I don't have a play. Oh no.
Mine's not a play. Mine's the color guide to B&O freight and passenger cars. Trains. Excellent. Captain Ryan.
Sorry,
You're
let me put
still
my book
winning.
One Train Later down. I'll pick up with that later.
Yeah, it does. It has no pictures of trains in them though. Captain Ryan.
Yes.
You've been you're winning still. What game would you like to play to keep this winning streak going against the red team here, the Cat Sharks?
You know what? We'd like to play the game of Jersey Diner.
Ooh, Captain Kate, you've been challenged to Jersey Diner. Do you agree?
I mean, what a backfire. We have someone from Jersey on our team. Of course we do.
Of course, yeah, Ryan, that wasn't very smart at all. Please bring your teams to the screen. Yeah, that was.
Shoot.
In fact, take a point away from the bosses for not being very smart.
Ooh,
Honestly, you should probably take another one away then.
Fair. Take another point away from the bosses.
Ooh, scoring update. It's a tie match, loyal fans. 4-4 in favor of
Excellent. In the game of Jersey Diner, what you're about to see is all my players are going to transform themselves into smarty servers in a Jersey Diner. We're going to get suggestions from you. So, you know what? Start typing those in. And Announcer Heather, keep an eye out. I might come to you for some fun ones because we're going to
Okay.
need a ton of suggestions. So even if you type one in and you get to think of another one, type that one in too. We may use them both. In the game of Jersey Diner, what's going to happen is, like I said, my players have transformed themselves into smarty servers, and we'll get a suggestion. It might be a suggestion of banana, and it would go like something like this. Oh, honey, you don't want the bananas. They are very unappealing. Nice. Thank you, Ryan, for the drums. For everyone I like, for everyone Heather likes, for everyone that you see some 6s and 7s, remember that we're going to vote on them, and whatever jokes you like the best, we're going to give 5 points to. I'm going to call my players out, burn box style. So please, let's start with the first suggestion. I love it. I love it. We'll start with something that I've had in a Jersey Diner, meatloaf. Meatloaf is a suggestion, and we'll start with Ryan.
Listen, honey, you do not want to eat the meatloaf. It'll catch up in your throat.
Kate.
Oh, yeah, honey, I don't know if you want the meatloaf. Everybody who orders it has beef with the chef.
Rhea.
Oh, the meatloaf? I wouldn't. It was panned by all the critics.
Miguel.
Oh, honey, the meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I would not order that.
Yeah, I got that was a good one. Ooh, Josh.
Hey, sweetheart, the meatloaf? Let me just say, it would behoove you to keep it away from your lips.
Carly.
Toots, the meatloaf. That's a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Excellent, excellent. Fans, keep those suggestions going. Let me have items that you may find in your junk drawer in your kitchen, or the junk drawer at your desk, or the junk drawer in your garage. They might be all the same item. Let me have items that you work with every day at your job, or would like to work with one day if you ever do get a job back, like me. I almost had one last night, but they never called me back. Excellent. Ooh, how about this? A screwdriver, and we'll start with Josh.
Oh, sweetheart, a screwdriver. Glad you didn't order that. It would behoove you not to get it. Okay, all right, that's all my time.
Excellent. Miguel.
Oh, honey, the screwdriver. Aren't you just tired of ordering that?
Yeah. Kate.
Oh, honey, the screwdriver. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't give you it. We got one more, and there's one regular that always orders it. Sorry, it's Phillips.
Rhea.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. The recipe for that, very flat.
Ooh, yeah. We're gonna switch up the suggestions. Ooh, a yo-yo. A yo-yo is your new suggestion, and we'll start with Carly.
Oh, honey, the yo-yo. You might behoove you to change it, because that'll put you in the cat's cradle.
Ryan.
Oh, no, you don't want the yo-yo. You want me. Enough time with me and you'll put a string on
it. Josh.
Listen, sweetheart, you don't want the yo-yo. Every time I send that out, it keeps coming back.
Miguel.
Oh, honey, the yo-yo. Hey, Sparky, quit eating people again. I didn't walk the dog this morning. I'll be right back.
Okay. Heather, what's a suggestion that you saw that you like?
Ooh, PowerPoint.
PowerPoint, excellent. And the suggestion is PowerPoint, and we'll start with Kate.
Ooh, yeah, honey, the PowerPoint? Don't order that. The chef hates making it. He'll deck ya.
Rhea.
Oh, yeah. So let me tell you a little bit something about the PowerPoint. When you order it, it just slides off the plate.
Yeah, computer. Ryan.
Listen, Toots, you don't want to order the PowerPoint. You'll make MS.
Computer. Josh.
Hey, sweetheart. The PowerPoint was yesterday's special. You don't want that. It's been out in the sun all day. It's lost all its water. It's micro and it's soft.
That's the game. Loyal fans, once again, we throw the power onto you. We have 5 points to give, but only one team can get all those 5 points. Heather's thrown a poll up there in the chat. You can use your channel points. You can use your channel point. You can vote once, or you can use your channel points and vote multiple times. Heather.
Yeah.
In sports talk, the score is 4-4. In sports talk, what would we have here?
It's a, some would call it a tie, but I would like to call it a barn burner.
Yeah, we didn't like that phrase on the farm. No.
Yeah, it's not, it's kind of a sad thing to think about, but that's what we call it. There's an emoji.
Yeah, there's an emoji for it.
If you subscribe to our channel, you get access to these special emojis like you're seeing in the chat there. And also, I forgot to show off my sweatshirt. You can get merch in our About section. Everybody loves
If you
merch.
do that, there are so many good shirts. There's limited time shirts.
There's a barn burner shirt.
There's a barn burner shirt for our loyal fans who are barn burners. Wonderful. And that poll, is it done? I can't tell.
It just ended, and there it is. All right, this was a really close one, 51% to 49%. But again, the loyal fans voted for the Cat Sharks.
Excellent.
Scoring update for the first time
Please.
this evening. The Cat Sharks are in the lead with a score of 9-4.
9-4. Wonderful, wonderful. Captain Kate, you're winning.
I mean, who would have guessed?
I did. I would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it from the beginning with your wonderful train sounds.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Jeff.
No problem. No problem. I knew this is the team that I'm gonna watch out for. I'm gonna collect all your sports cards and get them up there. Captain Ryan.
That's your favoritism.
Yeah. Captain Ryan, you're not winning.
Yes, I am aware. Thank you so much.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
But right now, this is the time of the match where I'm going to challenge both teams to our hardest game, the game of 6 things. Great. For each team, they have to send a player out of the room. Captain Kate, who's leaving for the Cat Sharks?
Oh, only the best player on our team, Rhea.
Excellent. Rhea, goodbye. Ryan, for the bosses, who's leaving for your team?
Only the best player in the world, Miguel.
Yeah. Excellent. You know what? Give the bosses 2 bonus points for being smarvy. I like that. I like that a lot.
Ooh, Smarvy scoring update.
Yep.
The Cat Sharks are still in the lead with 9, but the bosses have like 6 points now, I guess. I don't know how to be Smarvy. I got to work on my Smarv.
Oh, it takes a lot. Ooh, loyal fans, we're gonna hold right now, and Heather and I are gonna banter because we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. So we're gonna banter right now. Heather, it's Friday night.
Oh yeah. I see what's
match.
happening. I'm gonna lean this way. No.
Yeah, this is the first match of the night. We've got a match coming right up into our great interview with Luis. And we have a 9:30 match, and then we have 2 matches tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
And I also want to point out, if there's anyone who has not been here for a 9:30 match in a while, those are like the wild and wacky ones where just things get a little off the rails. Even more off the rails than what's happening on the screen right now. Ooh, back.
Yeah.
We're back.
Great. Perfect banter. We're back. Loyal fans, we are back. and we're ready to go. Now, I could have saved time by looking at that. Heather, what's the first suggestion we got?
Oh, the first suggestion is, it looks like these are 6 things from the last week, actually. Because I remember doing them, but that's okay. I know them. The first thing is swimming.
Swimming, wonderful. Loyal fans, in the game of 6 things, we got these suggestions. Heather got these suggestions earlier, but we need to jazz them up a bit. So in swimming, how about this? In the chat, throw out a food you love a lot, like your favorite food. Throw that out there, and also throw out something that you would something that's super heavy. Like an anvil or another heavy object. Excellent. Heather, for swimming, the water's going to be ice cream. The water is going to be ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah, and your little swimmies that you have that I never had to wear, but I've seen them. Those are going to be a safe. A safe.
Oh, that's definitely safe to swim with safe swimmies. Okay.
Yeah.
Activity number 2 is fishing. I need some replacements for this. I would love to get a celebrity that you think is really awesome. Maybe a movie star that you enjoy, like Ryan Reynolds, and I also would love to get a hobby that you have, like an object that you would use in a hobby. So if it's knitting, you might use yarn. If you like trains, it might be a model train, something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
I love
So you
trains.
you are fishing with Betty White. I would love to do that. And the fish are, let's just say the fishing pole. The fishing pole is not a fishing pole. It is tweezers. Yes.
Excellent. Our third activity is parasailing. Little fans in the chat, let me have, when you go to the zoo, what's the animal that you see that you know you could take in a wrestling match? What's an animal that you could take in a wrestling match? Let me see that. Because that's when my grandfather took me to the zoo, that's all I ever wanted to do was try to wrestle.
Ask about that, actually. Okay, great.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I think I could have taken most of them that were in the zoo. But an animal that you know you can you can take in a wrestling match. And let me have, how about this? Let me have something you use every day that's not your phone or your TV or computer, but something that's maybe unique to you that you use every day. Let me have that. Great. Okay, so parasailing. Your the parasailing, the board and the sail, the whole idea of it is a toothbrush. And you're swimming. I love this because I would definitely want to fight a kangaroo. So the water is a kangaroo.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we are putting on sunscreen. You got to do that, SPF. So you're putting on sunscreen. How about a band that you like a boy band or just a popular group that you enjoy listening to? And also a landmark that you think I would like to visit, like the Eiffel Tower or the Grand Canyon. Okay. So you are putting on sunscreen with Queen. I love Queen. Putting on sunscreen with Queen. And you're putting on sunscreen, you're not at the beach. No way. You are at the Golden Gate Bridge.
Excellent. Okay, our fifth activity is studying tortoises, correct? That's what I'm reading? Yeah, I just finished Bill Bryson's book, A Short History About Everything. Did you know there's tortoises that used to live that were like as big as houses?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, they were huge. It's a great book. Everyone should listen to it.
Like a dinosaur.
like a dinosaur. But this was like recent, like in the last like maybe 100 years or so.
I've been
not
seeing
like
these videos of people who get tortoises as pets and they think they're not going to live that long, and then they do, and then they like bust through the walls in their houses. Anyway, get those suggestions.
Great. So we're studying tortoises. How about this? What's a thing that's as big as a house that's not a house? What's a thing as big as a house, but it's not a house? Get that, put that in the chat, and also let me have a celebrity that you think I could take in a fight.
What is it with you and wanting to fight things?
I'm really wrestling today. I just like to wrestle.
That's
I
a
like
weird
to,
adjective that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just really am. Wrestling. I'm wrestling. So, okay. The house or the tortoise is a sinkhole. Mm-hmm. The tortoise is a sinkhole, and this would be a good one. And your studying buddy, your partner in this project of sinkholes is Harrison Ford.
Oh.
I could take him and then we'd end up being best friends.
I disagree with a part of that. Okay. Harvesting coconuts, of course. I need, fans, something that you used in school. This could be grade school or like calculus class. Maybe it's a protractor from geometry, or something that you use in your college or upper degree. You know, what's a cool tool that you use? And then I also need I want another location, maybe another state besides Illinois. You don't think
Iowa.
that maybe a place enough people, don't visit? Not Iowa. We've talked a lot about Iowa. It's gotten its time.
That's great.
Okay, so your coconuts are not coconuts. They are not just any microscope, a laser microscope. Because things 5 and 6 are a little bit harder.
They're a little bit harder, so we'll make them 10 points apiece.
Yeah, a laser microscope, and you're harvesting coconuts at. A lot of these aren't states, but I appreciate them anyway. You're harvesting coconuts in Nebraska.
That's a state. That's a good train state. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we did it. We did it, Hers. We got all those things.
High five. Did it. Loyal fans, thank you so much. Here's why we got that. Both of our guessers have left the room. They did not hear any of these, not only these activities, but any of the suggestions that we got. When we come back in, the blue team will start. The blue team will have to get their guesser to guess the correct, not only activity, but all the change-ups in a minute and a half. I'll give them. If they get it, they're going to get 5 points. If they don't get it, the opposite team can steal that for 5 points. Minute and a half. Now, here's it. Here's the real fun part. The team, to get them to guess it, can only use mime, which is, Heather, show them what mime is.
Oh.
Yeah. And they can also only use gibberish, which is a completely nonsensical. Oh, I just almost died. You did it. You did it. I should probably wrestle. That nearly took me out.
Are you okay?
No, everything is blurry. So our guessers are going to come back in. They get mime. They get gibberish. That is it. Our wonderful person monitoring the chat, he put a minute and a half up in the thing. Let's bring our players back. Yeah, are they ready to come back?
Miguel is back.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Rhea. I have sent a follow-up message.
That's okay.
She's
there we go. She's here. Excellent. All right, bosses. First activity, first minute and a half, first 5 points is yours. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
About 1 minute.
Screw, flip, screw, gun, sink, shapawa.
Seconds, 30 seconds.
Clink. I see me. Oh, cushy.
27
Excellent.
seconds remain.
Excellent.
Hey, everyone.
Excellent.
I'm swimming. Instead of swimming in the water, I'm swimming in that sweet, delicious ice cream. And instead of my floaties, it's the flying jet thing that the Hobgoblin would ride on from Spider-Man.
Yeah, that would be so much better than what it was, but that is incorrect.
Okay.
Announcer Heather, how many seconds do they have left?
Oh, he's got 27 seconds remaining.
27 seconds to clean that up. Miguel, just need to clean that part up. Miguel, begin.
Beep, beep, beep.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Excellent.
7 seconds remain.
7 seconds left. Give me the whole thing, Miguel.
I'm swimming in that sweet, delicious ice cream, and the floaty McFloaters is a microwave oven.
No.
Okay. Closer than Hobgoblin.
Yeah. You know what? You're not wrong there. You are closer than the Hobgoblin's right.
How much time do I have?
You have 7 seconds.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Go.
Shabaga, shabadaba, shakadaba, shabadaba, shaba, asabaga, kunk, shabadaba,
Miguel, we knew you were swimming. You're swimming.
I'm swimming.
You're in that sweet ice cream.
Sweet, delicious ice cream.
Your floaty McFloaters are
He was
what?
like, you can dance if you want to. You can dance. Is it a stereo? I'm sorry. I'm Mexican and I didn't know any of these songs. I don't know what you were pointing to. I'm sorry.
Rhea. Get for the official 5 points for the steal. You do need to list the whole thing.
Right, so I'm swimming in the ice cream, and my floaties are the safety dance.
I am sorry, it is not. It is just a safe.
Oh,
just a safe.
Safe.
It's like a microwave for your money.
And that's why we were. I got it.
Yeah, it's like I constantly call my microwave, safe food device.
So just for my education, that song was called "The Safety Dance."
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. Locked in.
Good job. Hey, the more you know. Excellent. Red team. Thing number 2 is yours. First minute and a half, first 5 points. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Begin.
It's a
1 minute.
it's a falsifier. It's a Pausa. Well, Pausa. Ooh, si kisa bababao. Say wow.
What?
Si bisera.
Seconds. 30 seconds.
All right. So, I'm fishing.
Yep.
But my companion has been replaced by someone wearing a Betty White mask. And my pole has been replaced with tweezers.
Ooh, you know what? You are correct. You are fishing. Your pole is a tweezers. You are so very close. You're just hammering around that nail right now. Just hammering around that nail. Heather, how many seconds do they have left?
They have 10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining. Please clean it up.
He said, "Puskara babasa." I said, "Waka gaga pausa babasa." I said, "Puskara babao." I said, "Miskara babao flam flam." Puskara babao.
5,
Puskara
4,
babao. I said,
3, 2, 1.
That is time. That is time.
All right. So I'm fishing with my tweezer pole with Betty
Yep.
White.
That is 5 points.
Ooh, scoring
Points for your red team.
update. Or scoring update, that brings the score 6 for the bosses and 14 for the Cat Sharks.
6 for the bosses, 14 for the Cat Sharks. Let me have the bosses up on the screen for me, please. Bosses, the next minute and a half is yours. We've got that thing gonna listed up there. Rio, pay attention. You could steal this. Awesome. Bosses, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Begin.
Scubba, 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 smooshy, smooshy, smooshy. Scubba, scubba, scubba. A chick, chicka, a chicka, chicka, a chicka, a chicka, and chick. Scubba, scubba, scubba. Scubba, scubba. Scubba, chicka, scubba, chicka, scubba, chick. Scubba, scubba, scubba. Scubba,
Ashabagaso, shunk, poof, ashabo, poof, asabaga, poof, washabaga, ashabagasa, asabaga, kunk, kunk, kunk.
Scubba, scubba, spruce, spruce, spruce. Scubba, squash. Scubba, scubba, scubba,
30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Excellent.
17 seconds.
17 seconds you have
17
left.
seconds. Forgive
Miguel.
me on my terminology, but I'm gonna go with water skiing. Is that what that looks like? My parachute is a toothbrush, and my water is a joey, a little baby kangaroo.
Okay, you know what?
A mother kangaroo. It's the whole family.
You know what, Miguel? This is what we are in a quandary here. That's my word of the day. I'm going to accept all your replacements, but it is not water skiing. You do have 17 seconds. Is that correct?
17 seconds.
17 seconds to clean it up. Players, clean it up. 17 seconds.
Ashabagasa, kakunk, 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 foo, foo, shaba, asabaga, kakunk, Ashabaga, kunk, kakunk.
Okay,
All right, 5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds left.
Parachute sailing?
I will take it. I will take it. That is 5 points for your bosses.
Scoring update. update. The bosses have 11 and the Cat Sharks are winning with 14.
Excellent, excellent. You know what? Bring me the Cat Sharks to the screen for me, please. Cat Sharks, thing number 4, the next minute and a half, it's yours. Players, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Begin.
Sabi ka ba c'est que papa c'est que wow, et c'est oh wow, c'est qui ka ba wow, c'est whoop ka ba wow, c'est whoop whoop, c'est wow, c'est fwang fwang fwang, ho ho ho, et c'est qui ça, et c'est
If you give me
Gaba.
Yeah, et puis c'est Kuska Baba, c'est wa, c'est Kura wa, c'est Kuska Baba, et c'est papa, c'est Biscara, ça Buddha, mais Biscara, c'est Kuto, c'est Fruit House, c'est papa,
Seconds.
c'est Biscara, it's a wow, it's a woo. C'est Kuska Baba, c'est wow, c'est bis, et mis c'est wow, c'est capapasa baba, c'est well,
10 seconds.
It's a pasta butter, sa pa ding ding. It's a
There's no more time.
No more time. No more time.
Oh,
No more
that's
doing
fine.
anything.
We
We're
don't need
done.
it. Yeah, because I'm putting on lotion because there's sun. It's sunscreen lotion, and the lotion itself is that thing that now I've forgotten because I got so excited about the third. We'll come back to that part.
Sure.
The place that I'm in is at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And the second thing was the lotion is Queen, whose head singer is Freddie Mercury.
I'm sorry. You are putting on sunscreen. You are at the Golden Gate Bridge. But your replacement was not correct. You didn't have you weren't replacing the right thing. Miguel,
Yeah.
for the official 5 points, you have to give me the whole thing.
The whole thing. All right, we're putting on sun lotion, sunscreen lotion, sunblock lotion. There's so many names at Walgreens. We're at the Golden Gate Bridge, and we're with the band Queen.
That is 5 points for your bosses. 5 points for your bosses.
Scoring update. The bosses have taken the lead without steal. It is 16-14 in favor of the bosses.
Excellent. Bosses, please come to the screen. Miguel, how you feeling?
Oh, I need to work on my English.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we are now entering our 5th and 6th thing. Thing 5 and thing 6 are worth 10 points each. Heather, give us a scoring update.
I just did. It is 16-14 in favor of the bosses.
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
I know you weren't, Hars, and it hurts.
All right, that's fair.
We'll work on it later.
We'll work on it later. Miguel, bosses, Miguel, this next thing is yours. Minute and a half.
Let's do it.
Begin.
Escucha mucho today. I should have got some boop boop asaba. Shoop swoop flip. Should have got some cool. The shakutsu kuwapa. I should have kun kun. Shabako chupa twera. Shakalaba champua. Cochin topa. I should have got ha cha ta. Poof. Ding ding. Kun.
1 minute.
Shut up.
It's gonna
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Ah, shibba-gasa, shibba, shoot, ah, shibba-gasa, ah, shoot, asa, cause, ah, shibba, vroom, vroom, asa, kosha, ah, shibba-ga, ah, shibba, sa, foop.
11 seconds remaining. 11.
11 seconds left, Miguel.
Yes.
For 10 points, what are you doing?
I am the tortoise in a race in the tortoise and the hare. My
Okay.
shell is hot lava, and I'm doing that with Harrison Ford, baby.
All right, well, you're right. You're with Harrison Ford.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else needs, but you're kind of close on a little,
How much of that time I got?
You have 11 seconds.
You got 11
Eddie.
seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. 11 seconds. Players, begin.
Asa, tick, tick, shot, asa, pop,
10.
whoop, oh, shot.
Oh! I come at you, man.
That's a 5. 4. 1.
I'm sorry, I should have blown the whistle earlier. I got very distracted by Carly flowing away. Miguel,
Okay.
you know Harrison Ford was there. Harrison Ford's there.
Yep. Doing
What
it with
are you
Harrison
doing?
Ford. I'm doing it with
Yeah.
Harrison Ford. All right.
What are you doing?
Besides doing it with Harrison Ford, I'm looking at turtles through a magnifying glass. The turtles are quicksand, baby! Woo! Right? Because she was falling in quicksand. Yeah?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're hammering around the nail is right there, and the hammer's just going all around it, just all around it.
Yeah.
You're very close. You're very close on both those things, but
Okay.
for the steal, what are we doing?
I am, I'm studying tortoises.
That's the word.
I think I don't know where they are, but they're the mud flats. And I am doing it with Han Solo.
Okay.
Who is Harrison
I'm very
Ford.
sorry.
Right.
Harrison Ford. Yes.
Right.
You were wrong with mud flaps. The tortoises were a sinkhole. A sinkhole.
Sinkhole. Isn't
Did
that
you
what
say
quicksand
mud
is made
flaps?
out of? Isn't quicksand just a
Mud
bunch of
flats.
giant sinkholes?
You know, the mud flats. There was water. I don't know. It was,
You know,
I thought it
that's-
was Yellowstone, and then I don't know.
It's really
Clearly-
sad that nobody gets
Yeah, clearly two people have never been trapped in a sinkhole. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Awesome. All right. We're at, loyal fans, we're at our last thing. This has been a very up and down match. Heather, what's the score?
Well, Hars, you know, it didn't change. It's 16-14 in favor of the bosses.
I don't know who's in charge. It could have changed. It could have changed, and at any point, it could have just changed. I
Not
don't
since you
always give
last
the point.
asked me, bud.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know if you got a call from the commissioner or something. No.
We'll
All
talk
right.
later. We'll figure it out later.
We'll talk later. The sixth thing, 10 points. Red team, if you get this, you win. Blue team, if you steal this, you win. That's how it works. The next minute and a half is yours. Go.
Whoa, baby, baby, oh,
Give it up.
baby,
Oh, it's about, no. Come.
baby, give it.
Give us about.
Give it.
Ah, se kiska baba. Is a cosa is a konk konk konk. Is it biskara mafafasa?
1 minute. 1 minute.
Konk konk konk.
Baba, yes, about.
Is a kukuska baba? Is a kuska? Is a fuska? Okay, sempiska bana wasa na food, sempiska esa la puskire be iskara ba se esa esa se kiska ba wasa the folk se kisara esa kapuskara fafaha esa wow pew 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 esa kapausa pausa esa
30 seconds.
esa puska esa pew 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 esa puska se
Yes, my.
Oh,
Josh, we're done. Josh, I'm gonna take points away.
we got
Okay.
it.
I was
Yeah,
lost.
you do. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Rhea, for 10 points, what are you doing?
All the points. I'm
Okay.
picking coconuts. The
Yeah.
coconuts themselves are a microscopic laser pointer, and I am doing it with my harvesting pal, Popcorn Sal.
Yeah.
Pretty
No.
close.
He's my favorite.
Well, do they have any seconds left?
no.
No. Okay.
We'll take them.
I saw some
No,
head
I'm-
stiggles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was
No
some
hits in-
confusing, but unfortunately.
So you were picking, you were harvesting coconuts. Miguel, for the steal.
Okay. Harvesting coconuts. The coconuts are not a laser microscope. Telescope? Microscope. The
Miguel?
one that looks at small things.
100 guesses. 100 guesses, this guy.
And we're I'm sorry. And I'm with Bruce Dern. That old actor.
No.
That's what he did, right?
Well, I'm not sure what Josh was doing, but you were picking coconuts. Your coconuts were a laser microscope, and you were in Nebraska. You were in Nebraska.
Good Bruce Dern. It's so good.
So good.
I thought you were
Heather, what's that final score?
Scoring update, it didn't change. 16 to 14, the bosses win! Oh my goodness, loyal fans, that was a barn burner of a match. So close all night. Thank you so much for joining us. 6s and 7s and big cheers. Use those emojis in the chat as we say goodnight to our teams. Your second place runner-up this evening, we had Josh Segovia visiting all the way from Comedysportz Jersey Shore. Check out their Facebook, Comedysportz Jersey Shore, aptly named. It's Rhea Torricelli! And your captain of the Cat Sharks, Kate Cohen. Big round of applause, 6s and 7s in the chat for your winners tonight. The downtown Chicago bosses, Carly Kohake. We had Miguel Boostern Lepe. And your captain of the bosses, it's our favorite Ryan Ford. On behalf of myself, Heather Scholl, your announcer tonight, and Ryan Mira on the keys, and Jason, guys, back there throwing hand signals at me and making this show happen. Thank you so much for joining us. Stick around for the D&I talk right after this with Luis and Jessica Steinrock about intimacy on stage, and then for our 9:30 match. And finally, last but not least, he's going to ask me for a scoring update after this. Big
What's
round
the
of
score?
applause. It's 16 to 14, and I'm winning Hars. Good night.
Go Bills!
All right, everybody, welcome back to another session of D&I Chats with Luis. Today I have a very special guest. I'm very excited. I've taken a couple of her workshops now, and the topic at hand today is going to be intimacy on stage, specifically intimacy with improv, even more specifically, intimacy with short form improv like we do at Comedysportz. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let me introduce Jessica Steinrock. She is the CEO of Intimacy Directors and Coordinators, and she is also a certified intimacy director for both film and theater, and she is also an improviser herself. Hi, Jessica.
Hi. Thanks so much for that. Yeah, it's really cool to be here. A lot of times when people ask me like how I came by intimacy work, like I like to share the fact that I've identified as an improviser for a while, as well as I dabbled a little bit in stand-up comedy, long-form and short-form improv. But ultimately, I kind of pivoted away from the professional comedy landscape because I had some really negative experiences right off the bat. But at the same time, I love improv, I love comedy. And so while I don't do it as much professionally anymore, I feel like all of the skills that I've learned and all of the cool cultural environments that I've been in have really influenced my ability to think about intimacy work. And so that's what has allowed me back into the improv world, to think about how we navigate consent and boundaries and intimacy in non-scripted theater settings, because it's just so complicated compared to scripted theater settings.
Most definitely. Tell you what, before we dive in deep, let's take a step back for those folks who aren't too familiar with what intimacy work is about. And maybe you can just give us the Cliff's Notes version of how you would explain this to someone who was maybe never heard of it before.
Yeah, absolutely. Intimacy direction, specifically for live performance, is a newly developing discipline that essentially treats scenes of intimacy as something that needs extra attention and special care. So this person is fluid in concepts of consent, boundaries negotiations, choreography, and so they help facilitate scenes of intimacy in the same way a stunt coordinator or a fight director might facilitate a scene of violence or extreme stunt, right? So we take a high-risk situation, we add an expert to help facilitate all of the parties so that everyone stays safe. And the big shift here is that we're valuing emotional safety and emotional boundaries as well as physical safety and physical boundaries. It's equally important. So we're making sure that everyone feels really supported and really safe so that when we do a scene of intimacy, we have support.
How long would you say this industry has been around? Because I myself I've been working as a performer and improviser for at least 20 years. And I would say that it's probably only within the last few years that I even started hearing about intimacy work, let alone intimacy with an improv.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, people have been staging intimacy for forever, right? With varying degrees of success and varying techniques, right? So it's kind of hard to trace back exactly where intimacy direction started. But what we really start to see is like all of the topics coming together around 2006, where a woman named Tonya Sina published her master's thesis for Virginia Commonwealth University. And this is kind of one of the first documented ways where someone is trying to codify intimacy into its own specialty. Because before, a lot of people were doing intimacy as directors or as actors or as a movement coach. And so it was really in 2006 where we start to see this new position forming. But then we see a really big shift in 2016, 2017, when the Me Too movement went viral, right, where we see the Time's Up movement, where we've got Harvey Weinstein happening, and a lot of these conversations about power, sexual harassment, what sexual harassment looks like in the industry. That's really where people started to turn to intimacy direction, right, which had a longer history of being built. So we already had a good foundation, but we see this role really skyrocketing.
Yeah.
That 2016, 2017, and HBO picked it up. And they made a commitment to have intimacy coordinators on all of their sets in 2017, and pretty much from there on, it's becoming a much more widespread practice.
So, at which point did you turn your attention to improv? Because obviously, the big difference being with intimacy direction with scripted material, there's a piece of the script that will be repeated. Let's say it's a play. It will be repeated every night. So you know where it will happen and you know the moves, the choreography that will take place during that scene.
Yeah.
But obviously with an improv, we're making it up on the spot. You know, we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants. So where did you connect the two in your head?
Yeah, for me specifically, I was doing improv in college with a number of really amazing people, some of which who have gone on to do some incredible work in Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. I'm super proud of them. But after college, as I was kind of still exploring what comedy was, I started asking myself some questions about what were my own boundaries and how could I communicate those boundaries in an improvised scene, and thinking through some of those experiences, like I kind of alluded to before, where I didn't feel really safe on stage, where I felt maybe that my body was being used as a joke, or I'm fairly small in stature, so I got lifted a lot. Right, like there was jokes about my gender. We see a lot of these things happening, and for me too, like I carry my body leads to certain things, but I saw these things happening with other people, right? So we see a lot of other ways that people felt unsafe, or maybe their body was being used in a way that they didn't want to be. And then I was specifically thinking about, why do we think things are funny? And how some jokes made me feel really empowered and some jokes made me feel not empowered. And so I actually went to grad school and got my master's degree in theater. And that was my like core question, was looking at, what does consent in improv, what does that even look like? How do we navigate that? And it was while answering that question that I actually met Tony Asina. And so it was really through improv that I connected to intimacy. And then I was able to kind of use some of the tools we were developing for this scripted intimacy work and bring them back, you know, to say, okay, well, how do we empower people? How do we make jokes that always feel really good? How do we stay critical about what our comedy, what kind of comedy we're producing? How do we stay critical about the care that we give each other, right? We talk all the time about listening, about connecting, about teamwork. And part of that also is radical care for one another. And so finding ways to really make sure that that all of the voices are being lifted and empowered in that space.
Okay, well, yeah, wow, okay. So what would you say were some of the, like within the world of improv, some of the like first big issues that you started seeing? Because when I arrived here in Chicago was around the same time that 2016, the Me Too movement was at the height of what was going on at the time. And I was coming from Los Angeles, so a fairly liberal city, but I played a certain way for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I landed here and all of this was going on, and all of a sudden I was looking at the way I played, and I was just kind of like, uh-oh. It's just like a lot of past behavior started coming up, and you start questioning a lot of, I guess for me, it wasn't that idea of like, well, no one told me, but it was the thing that it's just not talked about.
Yeah.
And so looking back at it now, there are definitely a lot of moments that I'm just like, oh God, Luis. So for you, I guess, what were those things that you were seeing that eventually made you create workshops and, you know, start being an advocate for this?
Yeah, I mean, something that you just kind of said sparked, there's a term that I really love that I read about in an article by Sophie Hennecum and Dawn Bennett, in case anyone wants to look that up. But they talk about why sexual harassment is more prevalent in the creative industries than in a lot of other industries. And they have a study that talks about dance, theater, film, architecture, art, right? So it's a lot like all of the creative industries. And part of that is this thing called learned industry culture, where when you enter into a space, you assimilate to whatever the culture is. And our creative industries have really strong definitions of what's okay or what's not, right? There was a major culture for me when I entered in some spaces of like, If you can't take the joke, you shouldn't be a comedian, right? You have to always be able to take the joke, or you have to be up for anything. Or we even talk about yes and as a mentality that says you have to agree to whatever anyone wants to do with you. You have to be up for whatever anyone wants to throw at you. You have to say yes to no matter what, because that's what makes you a really collaborative player. And I think that has been manipulated into some like not great ways, and we can still kind of find the heart of yes and really use it. But I think that that's part of what you're saying is we don't talk about the other side, because there's an element of, well, this is the culture and it will always be this way and it always has been this way, as opposed to a culture being something that we have agency to shift and change and shape.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that idea of yes and. In the time that I have been in my position, I noticed that these tropes that we throw around our theaters, the yes and it's like a family and all that stuff, like those become dangerous in moments where someone is trying to speak up. And so all of a sudden it becomes, well, that's not very yes and like, why would you talk against family? And it's just like, I think we have a tendency to negatively lean on those ideas as opposed to finding a way to use them in those positive ways that we supposedly talk about and teach in the classes.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like this fear of herd mentality, right? Like we have the herd, and if you say no, or if you say, actually, I need this accommodation, or hey, this would help me do my best work, as if we stopped for a second and talked through what kind of contact we feel capable of today, right? That puts you outside, and in ancient times, the sheep outside the herd gets eaten. And so we want to be part of the team. We want to feel included. We want to feel not outside, right? And I think that there are ways to say, hey, by speaking up, by advocating for yourself, that actually lets us know what can be done. Something I talk about a lot is that yes only has meaning if no is an option, right? Or that yes means nothing unless no is an option. So when we talk about like you always have to say yes, it kind of becomes a little meaningless, because now I don't know if you actually mean your yes or if you just feel really
just following the rule.
Right. And so like we create some space for no, or we create some space for yes if, no but, yes but. And that's between people. So we can say yes to the ideas, but we might have to shift the actions we engage in.
And when you say shift those actions, what sort of actions are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of in my head just now thinking about on stage sometimes, right, where someone might say, oh, I want to kiss you, right, or the character goes in for a kiss, and to say yes to that idea. So yes, absolutely, I see and hear and believe that your character wants to give me a kiss. Me, the actor, or me, the improviser, does not want to touch my lips to yours, right? So let's pivot. Let's say yes to the intention, right? Thank you for that gift of your character's intention. And I'm also going to pivot and offer some new information about the cold sore on my lip, or cold sore on the character's lip, or whatever, right? And so we can kind of world build still say that yes and, but recognize that improvisers can communicate with more than just the word yes.
And so when we talk about that word no and finding a way to, I guess, empower the word no on stage, what sort of advice would you give someone who's kind of in those moments? Because I have been in situations where I've heard people say, I just didn't know what to do in that moment. And so, you have that weapon of no in your arsenal, but for the most part, we're kind of told not to use it. So how would you empower someone to something like that?
Oh, this is a great question, because no is not only super hard to say, it's super hard to hear, right? Because when we hear no, we get defensive, it hurts. We're like, oh, I didn't mean to. You didn't think I just wanted to, right? And so it can be really difficult for both parties. And something I like to think about, and I talk about this in some of my exercises that I do in person, but a lot of us know that game of whoosh,
Mhm.
right? Where we kind of pass the whoosh around a
Yes.
circle, or we can change the direction of the whoosh with a whoa back or a whoa or whatever people's words are for how they play the
There
game.
are 5 improv games and a million variations.
Right, but so we see this, and I like to liken that game to this idea of yes and no, and that a lot of times we think about yes meaning go and no meaning stop, right? But if we only ever have yes, all we get is a whoosh that goes around in one circle. By adding a whoa, we don't actually stop it, but we change the direction,
That's a
right?
great way of thinking about it. Yeah.
No is still a way that we can add directionality to it. We're just changing direction. And by adding no or whoa, right, we get now patterns that play across. So we can have it bounce back and forth here, and then it goes around the circle and bounces back and forth here. And then maybe it does a big arc, right? But so we can start to play around with the directionality of these words of yes and no.
So essentially, we need to stop thinking of the word no as a stop sign and more as just a detour.
Yeah, or a new gift. And I mean, and here's the other little gem about the whoosh and whoa is that it's always easier to say whoa, right? Like you could play the whoosh game with yes and no would still be just as hard to say. But when we have words like whoa or like no but or how about if we do this instead or maybe not today. And I was thinking about this, right? So there are other ways to say a no without actually using the word no. So like I tend to invite people to explore what feels good to you to say, right? And so maybe we practice and we build up. And then after, we've been working on ourselves for a while, we can just go no. Like thank you and no, right? But that takes time and that takes practice. So start with something that does feel easy to say, something that says, maybe tomorrow, how about we do this today? No, thank you. Right. So there are other ways we can make variations on that word no that gets the point across, but makes everybody feel a little bit more at ease.
It's so interesting that we really approach it with such a negative view when we had just a harder time with yes in the beginning.
Yeah.
Those level ones, congratulations on your purchase of improv sort of classes. Where it really is just like they drill the yes into you over and over. But I guess in my mind, it just became this thing of like, yeah, those are the set rules so that essentially like I learned how to drive by following the rules, but now I don't think tend to and stop and gas and key. Like I don't seatbelt, mirror, like I don't think all that stuff. I just do it.
Yeah.
I think we marry ourselves to those rules a little too much. I think they're good jumping off points and obviously good foundations, but once you know what you're doing, you can play around with them, I guess, and flex the rule. But and the hard part is all the things you have to keep in your mind. Making sure everyone is comfortable, making sure you're not veering off into kind of punching down sort of humor. Like it is a balancing act on that stage. You play, and keeping this stuff in mind is, I don't want to say it's hard. It's just changing our mentality because it's been taught the same way for so long.
But it's I mean I'll just pivot off of what you said because I love that, right? That like we start in a way that's hard where we have to say, okay, 10 and 2, key, break, lift, break slowly, right? And so for consent, it's gonna start the same way, right? Or thinking about the ethical impact of our jokes. If that's a new thing and someone hasn't really thought about that before, right? Because a lot of times we learn what's funny by what gets laughs. And we don't think about it much more than that, or at least I was really guilty of that one. I won't project, but was very, very much a me thing where I was like, oh, great, that gets laughs. I'm going to keep repeating that without thinking much more beyond it. And so this new skill of how we think more critically about ethical comedy, or how we think about people's boundaries, or remembering people's boundaries, because now I've got to keep all of the boundaries of all these people in my head, right? And that's going to be hard at first. You got to remember the key and the 10 and 2, and we're going to mess up. We're totally going to mess up. but we have to stick with it and keep practicing. Otherwise, it's never going to become as normal or as comfortable as Yes and now feels to more experienced improvisers.
So, kind of funneling down into the conversation. So, we've talking about improv broadly, but let's kind of maybe focus more short form, game based, like comedy sports plays.
Yeah.
So, we always have our ref, we have the person who is hosting, two captains, the teams, announcer. And so, remind me, did you play comedy sports?
I didn't.
Okay.
I've been to. I love it. I love comedy sports, and I have some friends who played, but no, I have not.
Okay, but you're familiar with this.
I am.
We'll take it. Great. So you know the format. You've seen it. I would love maybe just your kind of wide assessment of what you saw from afar, I guess. I know it's been a while, and obviously, we're not on our stage right now, but just I guess your what thoughts you have had, because you did come in a couple years ago and do a workshop for us, which is when I met you. I'd been doing my research on intimacy. I'd done a class, and then I don't know how it happened, but someone, I think it was Gabby. Are you familiar with Gabby? Yeah, Gabby. She was like, "You need to talk to Jessica," and I was like, "Well, okay." And here we are, 2 years later, the best of friends. So, just your thoughts on the comedy sports way of improv.
Yeah, I mean, I love short form. It is fast. It is also really accessible to people, right? Long form is, I mean, near and dear to my heart. I was a long form improviser.
I played as well.
But it's a little harder sometimes for audiences to like get on board, and also like a good team is good and a bad team is not. Right? Or like the bad shows are pretty bad and the good shows are amazing, but the bad shows are not great.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's something really cool about short form, and particularly comedy sports, that is super audience engaging, makes people feel really invited to participate, to be part of that world, to world build together, right? They're not just watching, they get to engage regularly. And I think that is so cool for how we bring people into a space and create laughter together. I think that it's just really joyful. And what I also really love about short form is that we have an opportunity to really go in a lot of different directions, and we can try something bold without needing to incorporate it in for the rest of the rest of the show. And it takes a lot of trust, though, right? When you have those shorter moments,
those little bursts of improv, I guess.
Right. You have to have a lot of trust, though, because you can't just like do something and be like, it doesn't matter anymore, right? We have to really build trust with those people. And I think trust is something that is more critical to improv than I've seen in any other art form. And it's important everywhere, but like you have to trust each other in improv world, right? You just can't build unless there's trust. But trust also doesn't happen immediately. Right. It takes time, it takes repetition, it takes repeatedly caring for one another, repeatedly checking in, it takes making mistakes and then repairing those mistakes in order for that trust to build. And so that's like, when I think about what consent and what intimacy looks like in short form, it's a lot about trust, and that we can't make an assumption that everyone is going to be game for everything right off the bat until we've worked with them a couple times, until we've had conversations and then built that trust. And then we know that if we make a mistake, we can repair it really quickly because we have that history behind us showing us that we can do it.
That trust is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the questions that I've gotten the most throughout the years as an improviser is when I tell them, I have rehearsal, which is always, how do you rehearse improv?
Tell me a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great. So I guess thinking about that sort of thing is like, that's what we're doing in rehearsal. It's not so much practicing our jokes as it is building the trust amongst the teammates, learning how each person plays, where people's thought process go to, and see if you can follow that way, or maybe even connect them to yours in a certain way or another. So it does become extremely important that rehearsal does happen, because it's not so much what games are we playing or what are we doing in rehearsal, but it's just being and working with each other. And it really does just kind of open your mind to the fact that there are so many improv shows that happen on the fly, outside of like comedy sports stuff, where it's just like, oh, we got 20 minutes tonight, who wants to play? And all of a sudden you're on a team with people that you've never even talked to outside of these 20 minutes, and they're making choices about who you are and about what you're doing and your body. And yeah, it really kind of it opens your eyes to the dangers that could happen on stage if people aren't being careful.
Right. Well, and in that culture that we curate of yes and, where it's like, well, yeah, you can do it with anyone and you can play the exact same way with anyone, right? Everybody's this neutral body, and that doesn't work, right? When we have diverse players with diverse life experiences on stage, the same joke with two people is going to look very different with these two people, right? And that's really important to take into consideration, the context of who you're playing with, what their boundaries might be. Do you know them? And being culturally competent, being gender competent, being all of these other ways of socially competent will allow you to build trust slowly. And so then we can have these jams, but we start in these jams where we're in a space of being more cautious than maybe we want to be as improvisers, because we want to be wild and crazy and able to do these things, but you have to save some of that for people you've built trust with. And that in these spaces, we can still play with the rules that we've established, but we might need to slow down a little bit. We might need to telegraph a move. We might need to, like, as characters, ask each other, can I pick you up?
Yeah.
And even demonstrate consent in those scenes. I think that that's a really cool option as well.
So since, we're a stage show, you come in, you do your green room stuff, 5 minutes, you're on stage, show happens, we do a halftime, rest of the show, boom, show's over. At which point during that process should people kind of start locking in those ideas of awareness? So I guess, does it start when the lights hit the stage, or does it start when we hit the green room? Does it start, as soon as your foot is in the theater? Like, when do these things need to actually, when does our awareness need to become aware?
Yeah, the short answer is all the time, right? We could be practicing awareness everywhere. But something I always really recommend is checking in, right at the top. Go around in a circle. How's everyone feeling? Anything new we need to know today? And I talk a lot about how the degree or the amount of check-in is inversely proportional to the trust we have as a team. So if we trust each other and we've been working together forever, this is a group of people that, right, we know each other really well. We see this a lot more in long form teams. It's like, great. Then you can go around and be like, you good, you good, you good, you good, cool, done, right? But if it's a group of people that might be coming together, or maybe we've got a larger team and every so often, right, these people play together, then these people play together, then these people play together, then these people play together, we might need to take a little bit more time up at the top to go through and say, like, hey, maybe the group boundaries are, like, we're not going to grab anyone's genitals today, or we're not going to make any, right, you don't do a ton of blue humor, but
well, it's all right. You can...
right, but we say, like, hey, we're going to avoid this kind of humor.
Yeah.
Or maybe a team is like, we're going to be real blue tonight. We need to know anyone's boundaries, or does, like, anyone have injuries? Anyone have spots on their body they don't want to be touched? And that could just be like, hey, avoid my neck today, thanks.
Right, you don't owe anybody an explanation as to why. If they say don't do it, just don't do it.
Right. And so checking in before, and even just doing a quick check-in in the middle, right? If there's that break, being like, hey, how's everyone doing? Anyone need to bring anything into the space? Cool. Let's play. Right. And then even having a check-in at the end where we can say, hey, this joke, totally see what you wanted to do there. I invite you to think about how that might impact this community. And then we can talk critically about it. And you don't always have to take every piece of feedback either, right? You can be like, okay, cool. I understand that. And I'm going to stick with my joke. I think it's funny for these reasons. Like, you have every right to do that. But you also have to recognize that it will impact some groups differently than others.
And maybe in those moments, I guess I would just go, if you are going to stick to that, like, all right, that is not a person to make those sort of jokes to. Yeah. And just leave it at that. Not everyone needs to love your jokes. Just remember, there were definitely, like, I remember back in my 20s when I had a lot more vibrato. There were definitely things that I would like, no, I'm going to keep doing this. But I still remember, I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. Except to this person. I will not disrespect them in that way. They do not like it. They have made that clear.
Yeah, right? You don't have to find a set of jokes that work for everyone.
Right.
Because there is no set of jokes that will work for everyone. But you do have to be aware of what environment you're in. And if someone said, hey, that hurts me when you say that, like, don't say it. Like, it's not that hard.
There it is. Yeah. So then...
Hiding these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad, but now it's at my own expense. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't reach. Somewhere else to go. Maybe I need some space. Read it and delete it. Maybe I need some space.
Oh, well, hello there, loyal fans. Welcome to another fun evening here at CSZN Network on Twitch, your home for comedy sports. What's that, you say? Comedy sports? Yes, it's improv comedy done as a sport, but unlike sports, much fewer balls involved. Now, you are on Twitch, which means everything is virtual and everything's fun. And this might be your first time here, so let's find out about that. I'm gonna put a little pollsy in the old chat. So go ahead, vote on that little pollsy. You been here before? Once? Not once? So many times. Those are your options. I gave you 3 because I'm generous. Oh, and who am I? This nice, benevolent man. I'm your host, your announcer, Simon Collier. Now, you're going to use a poll similar to the one I put into the chat throughout the evening because you're going to have to vote on games to decide who wins tasty points. That's the sport of it all. the comedies, the rest of it. Now, it looks like most people have been here before. Don't forget, you can use your little channel points. You probably have several thousand of them. Use them freely. What are you going to do with them other than vote with them? Store them under your mattress? I don't know if that's a wise investment. Now, a couple things to know as this poll is winding down with still 100%. Everybody's been here multiple times. You can read more about the things Comedy Sports is all about, what we care about, in our little resource guide and some fun little linksies under the video there. Also, you might be asked to give suggestions, like right now when I'm going to ask you for some suggestions. So go ahead and type in the chat some things that you think would be fun to do if you were an animal, but you can't do because you're a person. Like run super fast, or like climb a tree. You know, things animals do. So put those in the chat. Now, we are sports comedy for all. So you might say something that's not for all. You could say something mean or nasty and gross. And if that's the case, well then hey, a robot's gonna yell at you. And nobody wants that. We do have the brown bag foul here, because again, we don't want to say anything nasty, rude, mean, cussy. So if you say it, you're going to get warned by a robot. And you do it again, you're out of here, pal. So don't do it. And that applies to our players as well. Now then, I'm going to peruse these fun suggestions you've put into the chat. But I think that's most of the rules, you know, because rules are fun. And I think that's about what we got. So I'm going to go ahead then and get our players for the evening. Here I go. All right, loyal fans, get ready. It's 9:30 on Friday night, and it's one for the ages, because we've got a special guest in town, and they're here to take down those bosses. That's right. Oh, can it happen? Let's see as the red team, the Legends of the Loop, take on your bosses with Vinny Tangerlini, Bruce Phillips, and special guest captain from CSZ Richmond, it's Rachel Garman Williams. Can they take down the downtown Chicago bosses? Take them downtown, perhaps? Let's find out as we meet those bosses for the evening. Oh boy, we've got Nicholas Hasselbrock. Coming up next, it's Marilette Martinez. And your meanest captain of them all, it's Jesse Gomez. But we wouldn't be here or be able to do any of this without your master of ceremony for the evening, and that is your referee. Here he comes. Luis Cortez. There he is, the man of the hour.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comedy Sports. Simon, thank you for that amazing intro.
Oh, thanks.
The build-up was my favorite part.
Yeah, there was a dramatic pause.
I loved it. It was extremely dramatic. It was so dramatic that I don't even think you knew what was going to happen.
I didn't. That's the fun, is I'm on the edge of my seat as well.
Well, that's a waste, because you paid for the whole thing. Nice. How are you, my friend?
Oh boy, I'm pretty good. You know, it's Friday night. I bought, speaking of balls, I bought a tiny basketball hoop for my office. Look how small it is.
And have you been hooping? I don't know if that's the word.
Sure, yeah, no, I've been hooping. You know, I hoop all day.
That's why I'm asking. Like, we're always talking about, you know, that Simon, such a meanie, but what a hooper.
Oh, yeah. He always just texting, you know, any hour of the day. Yo, Simon, you hooping? And I'm always like, yeah.
Yeah, hooping it up.
Hooping.
Well, let's see. Simon, you've gone through the bulk of all the stuff that we need to talk about.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I think the one thing that everyone is not familiar with is our technical file. Now, Luis, how does the technical file work? I'm going to tell you, because we live on the internet now. And the internet with the Wi-Fis and the whatnots and, you know, your free 1,000 hours of AOL, like, it's very complicated. So sometimes you might drop the call, sometimes you might freeze, sometimes we just might not be able to hear you, or sometimes just human error, you forgot to unmute yourself. Whatever it might be happening in that moment, I'm going to blow my whistle, authentic whistle sound, and I will call the technical foul. At that moment, whatever is going on will be taken in, and then the punishment will be delved out. So it could be points being taken away, it could be someone needing to leave the scene, or I might just go ahead and tell someone to never come back ever again, and out into the vast wasteland, like in that Sylvester Stallone version of Judge Dredd. So, it really could be anything. We'll see what happens in that moment. But that's really the one new thing that I'm going to introduce. Other than that, I think we're good to go. We got a guest visiting us tonight. They are captaining the red team, and they are going up against our reigning champions, the Bosses. So, Simon, I don't think we should waste any more time. Why don't we go ahead and just jump right into it?
Yeah.
Let's bring the captains to the playing field. All right, Captain Jesse, Captain Rachel. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Easy travel.
Oh, of course. And Jesse, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
I know.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. So, Jesse, how would you describe your captaining style? What are we in for tonight?
Whew. Tough, organized, very biased towards my team members in general, and just a touch. Just a little bit gassy.
Okay, just a little bit, not too much. A soupçon of gassy. I love it. And Captain Rachel, you're visiting us all the way from Richmond. Tell me, what sort of captaining style are you bringing?
I like to envision myself as the lead golden retriever if there were a bunch of tennis balls dumped out onto a field.
And a whole pack of golden retrievers were going for it. And you are the lead one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited to see what that means. So here's what we're gonna do. For the coin toss, I want you both to go out into your homes and find me the thing that you think represents your captaining style the best. So go, run, now bring me something that represents your captaining style. What do you think they're going to bring, Simon? Because, Jesse did mention there's a bit of gassiness in there.
Hopefully some lactate. Nope, no such thing.
No. All right, so, we got both captains back. All right, Jesse, come back with what you showed. No, I might make you. Okay, let's see what we got. Jesse, you're already showing it. What are those?
Those are dog treats.
Those are dog treats. Okay, hence the gassiness. I love it. And then, there it is. And then, Captain Rachel, what did you bring for us?
I brought a cat toy.
Okay. Yep, there it is. All right, you know what? I'm going to give it to the cat toy. There it is. I'm going to give it to the cat toy. Yeah, you really stuck with it. I love it. Well done. Good call. It really was cats versus dogs. Captain Rachel, you won the coin toss. So tell me, what would you like to start out tonight with?
I would love to start out with a little try that on for size.
Oh, Captain Jesse, do you accept?
The prophecy has been foretold.
Oh, so the legend says. Players to the screen. All right, so these are our first two players for the game of Try That On for Size. Now, how does this work? Right now in the chat, go ahead and drop in suggestions of, let's say, everyday activities that you've had to do, just everyday chores, or just something that is part of your daily routine. Just go ahead and throw that into the chat right now. Now, we're going to take a couple of these, and we're going to use them as our jumping off point for these rounds. Now, we'll take something, say, like washing the dishes, and then they'll have to use this exact same motion, but come up with brand new ways of using it. So they're washing the dishes, or they're polishing, I don't know, a hand, or or, DJing sideways. Whatever that might be, they will come up with something much more clever than what I just did. And they'll go back and forth volleying until somebody gets called out. Now, how does somebody get called out? They repeat something that's already been said, they repeat something that's already been done. If they stutter, if they hesitate, if they freeze, or if I'm just tired of looking at their face, they will have to leave the screen. Last player standing is going to win 5 points for their team. Simon, do me a favor. Why don't you get me that first suggestion and kick us off with something good?
Oh, I would be so happy to do that. Yeah, because you're my friend. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be checking the mail.
Yeah, we are. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we are.
All right, so we are going to be checking the mail, and we are going to start with Marilette. Here we go, players. Checking the mail. Begin.
Checking the mail. Try that on for size.
Andy Dufresne, looking through my hole that I dug. Try that on for size.
I'm introducing myself to the count. Try that on for size.
Well, hey there, youngster. How you doing? Try that on for size.
Oh, I'm in the club and I'm gonna drop it. Try that on for size.
Ooh, I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna shake your hand. Nope, I'm going down. Try that on for size.
I don't even know what that means, Vinny.
What? Well,
how do
right.
you miss someone's hand and then just drop? Yeah, thank you. I didn't even have to say it. Thank you. All right. I don't want an explanation. It's only going to bring up more questions. All right, here comes Bruce, and he's doing the fighting thing, so he's obviously ready to do it, or he's just beating up his hand. So let's get another suggestion for this. Let's see. We are going to be... let's go with... I don't even know what that would look like. We're going to be tidying up. We're tidying up. That could mean anything. All right, we're going to start with Bruce. Here we go. We are tidying up. Hit it.
I'm tidying up. Try that on for size.
Oh, I want to grab this off the shelf and that off the shelf, but I might put it back. I think I'll put it back. Try that on for size.
I'm scratching these two tall boys' heads and saying, good boys. Try that on for size.
Oh, all the hamsters are getting away. Come back. Try that on for size.
All right, everyone. This is how you draw a V. Try that on for size.
Oh, I'm going to grab this little pocket and this little pocket and this little pocket. Try that on for size.
I'm an anarchist that wants these things to crash into each other. Come on over! Come on over! Try that on for size.
I think I'm confused about the flamenco move. And does it go like this? Try that on for size.
I'm on a very narrow cruise ship and I'm waving to both sides. Hi! Hi! Try that on for size.
I think at that point, it's just a canoe. Sorry, Bruce. We're going to have to kick you off. Get off my screen. Yep. All right. So, here comes... here comes...
What you want, Tiger Lady? What you want?
Yeah, I thought... For a second, I was like, wait. Didn't I just call him out?
I would say it was Evil Vinny with a mustache, but...
No, Evil Vinny is clean shaven.
Yeah, Evil Vinny would not have a mustache. That's how he gets us. That's Evil Vinny. All right, so this is the last red player. This is the last player for the Legends. So this could be it. But Simon, why don't you give me another suggestion, and let's see if the Legends are going to be able to keep this alive, or if this is it for them.
It could all be over right now. So let's see. All right. Well, you know what? We've had a very pet-centric show so far. So what about feeding the dog? Feeding the dog.
Okay, we're feeding the dog. Here we go. We're going to start with Marilette and begin.
I'm feeding the dog. Try that on for size.
And you can take her stuff. Try that on for size.
Hey, yeah, you like books? I got books. Try that on for size.
Smell my armpits. Try that on for size.
Can I get a taxi? Try that on for size.
10 out of 10 on that. 10 out of 10. Try that on for size.
Stella! Try that on for size.
I got a pizza coming right at you. Try that on for size.
No, sir, the plane should go that way. way. Try that on for size.
No, the cars go that way. Try that on for size. No. It's different.
Sorry,
The
Rachel,
car.
that is the
The
exact
car.
same thing. We got a clean sweep from the bosses.
Wow.
Wow. I was not expecting that. That was
Me
very
either.
well played.
That was
Let's
great.
you know what? Let's give the bosses an extra point for that clean sweep.
Great, yeah. That makes our score 6-0 very
Yeah,
early
you know
on.
what? Let's take a point away from the legends, cuz come on.
Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye. Now we're at what? 6 to -1?
Yeah, you're
Starting
killing
strong.
it, buddy. You're killing
I know
it.
math.
You're hooping like a pro.
I always do. Slam Duncan. What's up?
I need the blue captain. I need the captain of the bosses. All right. No. Good Vinny, get out of here. Get out of here, good Vinny. All right, there. Okay, there we go. Jesse, I commend you on your first call. Well done. Marilette just took that down for you. Well done. How are you feeling?
It was the right call. We executed exactly how I drew it up in practice. I'm really proud of everyone. Good job. You're all real good job, everybody.
All right, good. And there it is. There it is.
Sorry. As advertised. Sorry.
It really paid off. Captain Jesse, what would you like to play as your first solo game?
We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna go with the game of Sorkin.
Sorkin! All right, we have not played this in a while. Fantastic. Screen your team for the game of Sorkin. All right, so I bet we have a lot of West Wing fans out there. So today, this game is specifically for you. We have completely designed this game around fans of Aaron Sorkin. Now, disclaimer. Actually, let me explain the game first, then disclaimer. Here's how this is going to work. The blue team, the bosses, are going to start a scene based on a suggestion that you are about to throw into the chat right now. Let's say, give me, what was the last like really super interesting conversation you had? What was the topic? What were you discussing? Go ahead and throw that into the chat. Now, here's how this is going to work. The blue team is going to start a scene. At any time during their scene, I can blow my whistle and say Sorkin. When that happens, they are going to have to start not just talking the dialogue vis-a-vis Aaron Sorkin, but also moving around a la Aaron Sorkin's very famous tracking shots. So they're going to be doing that until I blow my whistle again, and then they'll go back to normal. Here's a disclaimer. If you are someone who is easily triggered, say like motion sickness or any sort of quick movement that might actually trigger any sort of dizzying or spinning or anything, I'm going to recommend that you look away from this game. This is actually not a joke. It can actually, if you're someone who's easily triggered in that way, this might actually do that. So if you're going to want to look away at any point that I blow my whistle, and then you can come back when I blow it again. So just keep your eye on that. Be careful. If you don't care, you're going to love this. If you do care, bueno, ahí sabes. All right, let's get a suggestion for this. Yeah, let's say that this is going to be... Oh, great, perfect. Your suggestion is going to be board games. So, bosses, your suggestion is board games. The game is Sorkin, and it starts right now.
Seven, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Marvin, you owe me $11.
You're cheating. Why do you always cheat at this game?
But listen, that one time was just like an accident, man. Like I didn't know I was cheating. I just didn't know the rules. You know?
Tony knows. Tony, vouch for me, right?
I'm just your guardian angel.
Man, Tony, I think you've been taking the school play too seriously, man. This method stuff is really wigging me out.
Look, if I don't get into NYU...
Sorkin!
I don't
Listen,
get into
man,
NYU.
I think you gotta do something about this.
I'm gonna have to end up like my dad, and he works in construction.
I think you need to be like your dad, man.
Tony, listen to me. The play isn't everything, okay? There's more important things out there. You've got to focus. You got to think about your friends, your family.
All right, look, it's your role anyways, Marvin. Go ahead.
All right, fine. I'll go. 12 double sixes.
Sorkin!
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Think of doing that?
It was an oversight.
Listen, if you rolled a 12, that means that you get to go down the Squatters Row Bridge on your next turn.
You know, this country is
All the artists hang out.
This is the greatest country on earth, okay? And I'm sorry I hit you with that
Normal.
dice. But sometimes bad things happen to good people. All right, Tony? And I'm sorry.
It's okay, man.
Sorkin!
Listen, Tony, I mean, I know this is your basement and everything, and we're real grateful, and I don't want to seem like a bad friend or anything.
Normal.
But I'm just saying, man, you're fresh out of snacks.
Yeah, sorry. My mom got lactate.
Ah, comment right there! Right before she said that line, I actually was like, wait, is she in her refrigerator? And yeah.
Worked perfectly.
Oh, that got me good. Simon, what'd you think?
I've never actually seen it done, and I liked it.
Are you a West Wing fan?
No. And not because I have bad feelings about it, I've just never seen it.
Oh, okay. So all right. But that was like spot on,
That
right?
was sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooper.
Hooping.
Tell you what, let's get the captain of the Legends up here. Rachel, how you feeling?
I'd like to rethink my captain strategy a little bit.
I'm gonna really need you to lock that in. Like,
Okay. All right.
But let's say you were gonna adjust. What would you do?
I would go with a bald eagle, which is actually a really rude bird and just attacks out of nowhere and steals other people's eggs.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're not nice birds.
Do you think that's why they're almost extinct?
Okay, I'm gonna rethink this strategy.
We'll come back. While you are rethinking it, what would you like to play with your team?
We would love to play alphabet genre.
Alphabet genre, fantastic. Screen that team. All right, for the game of alphabet genre, Captain Rachel, you want one or two letters?
Let's go 2. Why, limit it to 1?
Sure, you got it. So right now in the chat, do me a favor, just let's say your initials are the initials of someone you very much hate. Go ahead and just throw those into the chat. Now, where you thought that was going, just go ahead and throw those into the chat. What's going to happen right now is the Legends are actually going to take these initials and they're going to create a brand new genre for you. So let me get those initials for you right now. Let's say the initials are going to be MH. MH from two different people. Amanda and Emmy both said MH, so you're obviously best friends now. Or you hate the same person. So MH are your 2 letters. So right now, the Legends are coming up with brand new genres in their head with these 2 initials. They're going to tell us what they all are, and then we are going to vote on which one we would like to see. So here we go. Why don't we go ahead and start with Vinny? Vinny, what is your genre?
My genre is modern horror. So it's very, but like modern, like in the traditional sense. It's very Hemingway does horror.
That I would call Hemingway modern. Yes, well done. Bruce.
The one that I've chosen for M and H is Monster Hunter. It's like all those paranormal television shows, but they're specifically tracking down monsters in your community.
Oh, like that movie Troll Hunter. Okay. Captain Rachel, bring us
Yep.
home.
Thank you for that spot. My favorite genre. I really do love Minnesota homemaker genres. It's my favorite.
Of course, yeah, that is one of my personal favorites. All right, so let's see. There it is. There's now a poll.
There's a poll
that just went up. So do me a favor and vote for the genre that you would like to see. It is going to be modern horror, Monster Hunter, or Minnesota Housemaker. Go ahead and vote. Now remember, if you have channel points, you can vote as many times as possible while this poll is still open. So go ahead and vote for the one that you see, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, this so far is not close. Not even a little.
much.
It's almost embarrassing how not close this is. Two of you are about to feel very bad about yourselves.
I think I'm just going to mercy call it.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and mercy call it. Let's just, there it is.
With
so
66%.
268 votes to 32, we are going to do Minnesota Homemaker. All right, so we are about to see the very well-known genre of Minnesota Homemaker. So Captain Rachel and the Legends, here we go. Show us this amazing American genre. Begin.
Oh gosh, I gotta say, if I was going to make a pie, I would need a bit of better idea of how to make it, because I've never made a pie.
Oh, honey, that's okay. Don't worry. We're just gonna go grab that flour over there. It's your grandma's special blend, okay?
Is it just flour that you need?
Well, there's more to it.
Okay, don't bite my head off. I'm sorry.
There's also the butter, all right? That's from your grandpappy's cow, all right?
Oh my God, are you talking about old Bessie then?
I am. Bessie grew that butter for you.
Come on, Bessie, we gotta send you home. Bessie gotta go home. Go Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. Come on, Bessie.
Why did we bring Grandpa home from the hospital in the first place?
Well, he was allowed visitations, and this is his home. You know, this is his home, our home, all together.
Yeah, but he's just pulling that cow through the kitchen. That can't be good.
Bessie's sick. I gotta take care of Bessie. Bessie's sick.
Bessie is here. Bessie's gonna provide that butter, all right? That's all Bessie does.
She churned butter for you and for you. All right, I'm gonna go butter this cow.
Grandpa, you don't butter that.
What?
He's becoming a bit of a nuisance. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's gonna be okay, all right? You just have a little sit down, all right? It's gonna turn out just fine. I need you to trust the process, okay? This is in our blood. It's in the roots of this family. We don't question the elders, all right? We follow their lead.
Could you check the pie that I made? I put it in about 3 hours ago now.
Oh, that pie? Yeah, Bessie ate that pie. Bessie done it all. Pies.
Sure did.
We'll call it right there.
Just bring it on.
Simon, let's go ahead and give the Legends a point for those spot-on Minnesota accents.
So now we're at 6 to just a solid, firm 0.
Yes.
Like the hoop that I'm always hooping in.
I mean, just Vinny just brought it home from the beginning, and everyone else just was there. So I believe it is time to vote.
Yeah, I made another little poll. I'm getting so good.
You sure
at
did.
this.
So right now, up on the chat, right above me too, you can see that poll. So go ahead and vote. Which one did you prefer? Is it going to go to those Sorkin Sweeties or those Minnesota Meanies? So go ahead and vote right now. And remember, use those channel points. You can't use them anywhere else. You can't take it with you, so go ahead and spend it here. Go ahead and use those points. Get those up there. We got a few more seconds left on this poll. So once again, from the bosses, we saw the game of Sorkin, and from the Legends, we saw the amazing Americana genre, Minnesota Housewives. So here we go. We got just a few more seconds left on this poll. It is kind of close. Semi-close. Would you call that close? I guess it's close. Close compared to infinity, I guess. Yeah. All right. So there it is. It has now closed, and with 542 votes to 375, That is 5 points to the Legends. And thank you, Emmy, for contributing 147 points. Well done. Whether or not you wanted them to win, it doesn't matter, because now it is 5. What's our score now, Simon, actually?
Well, now it's much closer. It's 6-5.
Oh, 6-5. Okay. So, Captain Jesse, Captain Rachel, we are at a very close match. Well done, Captain Rachel. Whatever shift you did in your coaching, captaining style, it's obviously working. Yeah. I mean, what is going to fight harder than an animal that's about to be extinct? So, well done. Good choice. All right, so you just won those 5 points, so I'm going to let you challenge the bosses to a game. What's it going to be?
Oh, I would love to challenge them to the game of Scattergories.
Scattergories. Captain Jesse, do you accept?
I came to play ball.
That's right, you did. Hey, wait a minute. Are you a hooper as well?
Oh, yeah, boy. Ball is life, baby.
I mean, he's right. It is. I can't argue with that. And Captain Rachel has her ball on a rope. So we are just learning lessons. Tell you what, screen those teams. All right, for the game of categories, right now in the chat, do me a favor, give me suggestions of different types of categories that we might be able to name things. So like 80s movies or fruit or cars we don't drive anymore. Go ahead and just throw those into the chat, and we are going to be taking some of these, and I'm going to use them to essentially call on each of the players, and they're going to have to give me something within this category. Now, at any point, I can go ahead and blow my whistle and ask them what else what other category that last one might fall into, and they're going to have to completely change it and pivot and turn onto a brand new list. And we'll keep going back and forth until somebody gets called out. Last player standing is going to win 5 points for their team. So Simon, do me a favor and get us our very first category.
Well, suggested by Elisa, it was Pop Divas, and that one was real good.
Oh, Pop Divas, you're correct. And not just because that's my wife. All right, so we're going to start with Pop Divas. Simon, keep me honest on this one, because my music taste stopped at about 1992 once I got too legit to quit.
Sure.
So here we go. Thank you, Jesse. Here we go.
Proper.
For Pop Divas, players round 1, beginning right now. Vinny.
Cher.
Rachel.
Celine Dion.
Nick.
Diana Ross.
Jesse.
Mariah Carey.
Bruce.
Tina Turner.
Marilette.
Shaka Khan.
Nick.
Britney Spears.
Rachel.
Selena.
Vinny.
Lady Gaga.
Jesse.
Whitney Houston.
Bruce.
Olivia Newton-John.
Bruce.
Olivia Newton-James. Lesser known, but
I know. She is lesser known. It's those first two, like, it throws her off. People think they're looking for something
the
different.
American version.
It is very much the American version. All right, let's good first round. Let's keep. Oh, here we go. I got it. Taco fillings. Taco fillings. There are right answers. Here we go. Rachel.
Cheese.
Nick.
Pork.
Marilette.
Cebolla. Onions.
Vinny.
Chicken.
Jesse.
Al pastor.
Vinny.
Beans.
Which is also
A character from Even Stevens.
Nick.
Steven.
Jesse.
Crazy James.
Marilette.
Papa Steven.
Vinny.
Olivia Newton-James.
Sorry, Vinny. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bruce, get out of here. All right. Let's recap. We are currently about to possibly have another shutout with Captain Rachel playing hard like an eagle. So let's go ahead and get them another suggestion. Let's see. Oh, let's start with this one. Cereals. Cereals. Here we go. Nick.
Cookie Crisp.
Marilette.
Jack.
Rachel.
Life.
Jesse.
Honey bunches of oats.
Nick.
Rice Krispies.
Rachel.
Raisin Bran.
Marilette.
Cornflakes.
Nick.
Cheerios.
Which is also
a game? Board game?
Sure. Jesse.
Monopoly.
Olivia Newton-James. That's you, Rachel. We changed your
Chutes
name.
and ladders.
Marilette.
Candyland.
Marilette.
Candyland again. The Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marilette. There is no sequel to Candyland. There can only be one. So off she goes. Yes, of course, Olivia Newton-James for life. There you go. And let's go ahead and, hey, Simon, why don't you get me another suggestion for this one?
Yeah, I saw this one further up and I liked it, and that was motel chains.
Motel chains. Motel
Yeah.
chains. Don't be getting fancy, all right? I want to be able to walk into my room from a car. Here we go. Jesse.
Motel 6.
Olivia Newton-James.
The White Tower. It is legitimately a motel near me.
Nick.
The Red Roof Inn.
Which is also
Oh, the name of a Christmas story.
Jesse.
Oh, the Olivia Newton-James finally gets her wish.
No, it's British.
No. Sorry,
He hasn't
Jesse.
gotten it yet.
No, everybody knows that only Dolly Parton gets to make those sort of movies.
It's true. It's true.
I remember once seeing a movie that she made that was apparently based on her life. Like, this is the life of Dolly Parton. And for whatever reason, there was also with alternate ending. I'm like, why? How? All right, let's get another suggestion. Let's go with, game consoles. Let's go with game consoles. So here we go. The final round. Let's see who's going to get those 5 points. Game consoles. Nick.
The Switch.
Olivia Newton-James.
Sega Genesis.
Nick.
Super Nintendo.
Olivia Newton-James.
N64.
Which is also
The number that is a prime number. Prime number.
Nick.
Not a prime number at all.
3.
I know, I wasn't going to call you on it. You just called yourself on it.
Wow.
5 points to the bosses. Too smart for your own good, James. Couldn't just stop, huh? You couldn't just stop. You had to call it out.
It's so
Olivia
hot.
Newton. James never stops.
Yeah, she doesn't. She just keeps going. She's a hooper for life.
Oh, for sure.
Hey Simon, what's our score stand at right now?
Oh, it looks like it's 11-5.
It sure looks that way. We got bosses at 11, legends 5. All right, Captain Jesse and Captain Olivia Newton-James, we have come to the final round. So I am going to challenge the both of you to the game of 6 things. So you're going to have to choose someone to send out of the room. Who's it going to be?
The bosses are going to send out Mighty Let Martinez.
So Mighty Lad is going out for the bosses. Peace. And Olivia Newton-James?
Yeah, I'd love to send myself out so that I can rewatch my high school production.
Oh, fantastic. Great. All right. Well, off she goes. All right. So, for the game of 6 things, here's what's going to happen. We are going to need a slew of suggestions from all of you. So, so get those typing fingers ready. Now, earlier in the show, Simon was kind enough to get us these 6 things. So, for everyone that's out there, let's see, what do we got? We got building a dam, eating gumbo, laying eggs, sleeping all winter, seeing in the dark, and strutting around. What was the get for this?
Things that animals do that you can't.
things that animals do that you can't. Yeah, all right. I will
Oh.
never eat gumbo. All
It
right.
was supposed to be bamboo, but I have bad handwriting. But we'll take gumbo.
No. Don't you change it.
No.
You change that back to gumbo.
Perfect.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right. Good job. If we're going to hoop, we're going to hoop right. So,
Yeah.
or bamboo. All right. So, let me start with building a dam. So, right now in the chat, do me a favor and let's see. We're building a dam. How about what is something that you stored away, whether it be in the basement, the attic, the closet? You know exactly where it is, but you haven't seen it in a while. Go ahead and throw that into the chat. And also, how about a character from a '90s video game? So a character from a '90s video game and whatever prized possession you stowed away somewhere in your house. You haven't seen it in a bit, but you know exactly where it is. All right, so we are building a dam. But the dam is not going to be made out of cement or whatever they make. I think it's cement. Whatever they make those out of. So your dam is going to be made out of yearbooks. The dam is going to be made out of yearbooks. And you can't build a dam alone. That's just dumb. You at least need a spotter. You're going to be building a dam with Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. Perfect. That's a good team. Now, we're eating bamboo gumbo, or not eating it, because you can't, but an animal can. So if I could get something that you would not want a candle to be scented like, so a bad candle scent, and then something you would like to slam dunk through a hoop, but not a basketball. I've been really obsessed with candles lately.
So Simon, just so we don't have any confusion, what would you like to go with, gumbo or bamboo?
Bamboo was
Bamboo,
the
great.
intended.
Yeah, because I don't want there to be confusion later. So we'll go with bamboo.
No.
Thank you for
that
going
sounds like a
along
good.
with the bit.
Yeah. So the bamboo is going to be flavored like feet, and let's see, your mouth that you're eating the bamboo with is going to be just a whole watermelon.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love watermelons so much. Cut that up, a little salt, a little Lucas. You don't know what's going on. All right, so let's lay some eggs. So tell you what, give me, how about a famous person from the LGBT community, and let's see, how about a famous vehicle from a TV show. Yeah, let's just go with that. A famous vehicle from a TV show.
Okay.
All right, so you are laying an egg, but let's say that your egg is... Oh, your egg is actually the magic school bus. And... Oh, these are toughies. You know what? I'm gonna go with Harvey Milk, and I will give an extra point for Harvey Milk. 'Cause that's a tough one. And all the suggestions you gave here are fantastic. Marsha P. Johnson, yeah.
Great.
All right, take it away, Simon.
What is Harvey Milk in the previous?
Oh, you're with Harvey Milk.
Thanks.
So, we are going to be sleeping all winter, which is what I wish I could do. And I'm just going to reuse some fun suggestions because you've given so many good ones. So you are going to be, what you're sleeping on, your bed is going to be a wedding dress. And... Oh, you're dreaming because you're sleeping so much, and you're dreaming about pickles. That's
Fantastic. Let's go See It in the Dark, like that Vin Diesel movie. You know what? I'm gonna go through some of these old suggestions as well because we had some real good ones. And let's kick this one up a notch because now we're at 5 and 6. So let's really try to trick them on this one. So let's say you were seeing in the dark, but your eyes. Ooh, let's say that your eyes are the Brady parents. So one eye is the mom and the other eye is the dad. So the Mike and Carol Brady, thank you. For whatever reason, their names fell out of my head. I can only remember Cousin Oliver. Why? And then let's say you are. Oh, you are in the Back to the Future time travel train. So it's the time traveling train from Back to the Future Part 3.
Great.
That ran on
Really
Steam.
Kicking that up a notch. So for our last thing here, we're strutting around. It was like a peacock, but I abbreviated. So you are going to be like the location you're strutting around is going to be the Magic School Bus.
Well, we actually took that for number 3.
You did? Oh my gosh, you're right, you did. Never mind. What a dum-dum I am.
No, I wanted to see it. It's why it's in there.
I know. Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like a real doofus. Well then, let's take the Love Bug then. Is where you are. Like you're around, strutting around the Love Bug. I assume from Herbie the Love Bug, starring Lindsay Lohan. And you're with your partner that you're strutting around with. This one I saw before, and I just can't get my mind off of it, and that's Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, nice. Man, we got a lot of awesome vehicles in this one. We went a little vehicle crazy on this, but I'm so okay with it. All right, so let's see. I just want to make
I'll get a little picture. Oh, do you got it? Or do you?
I got it. Thank you, sir. All right. It's always on the screen, but I want to make sure I can see it anyway. All right, so we got our 6 things. So right now, we're calling our players back from their hiding spots, out of the room, can't see, can't hear, can't anything, out into the soundproof Chicago/Richmond, wherever they are right now. So what's going to happen? These players are going to have to guess these 6 things. So what we're going to end up doing is each of these teams is going to have 3 of these things. So I believe it's blue team, you will take odds, and then red team is going to take evens. I don't know why that always trips me up, but it always does. So blue team is odds, red team is evens, if you would be so kind. You are each going to have a minute 30 to get your player to guess these things. If at the end of that time they are not able to guess these things, the other team is going to have an opportunity to steal. So it really is anybody's game at this point. So if you, let's see, and then of course you cannot use any actual English words. It must all be mime and gibberish. So mime is the art of being stuck in this box, and gibberish is just nonsensical made up language. They're just making it up. Don't try to decipher it. It means nothing. All right, so I believe that is everything you are going to need to know. Audience, just so you know, you are going to be able to see the clues up on your screens, but also know that the players are not able to see any of these. So do not worry, and we are, of course, on the honor system. All right, so I believe we are good to go. So we are getting ready for our very first thing. I also just punched myself in the face when I did that, so we are ready. All right, here we go. Blue team, thing 1, you have a minute 30, and that starts now.
Escapar, sploosh, 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 papaska, Pasa papa, basquete. Aska, scoot, 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 scoot. Es que.
All right.
Ooh, we got 32 seconds.
Yeah, we do. Thank you, Simon. All right, Marilette, ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you doing?
I'm building a dam.
Yes.
A dam. Okay. The wood of the dam, the logs, are a high school yearbook.
Okay, it's the yearbook. Well done.
And I'm with the salacious Miss Pac-Man.
That is correct. 5 points. Good job.
Wow.
Well done. Fantastic first round. All right. So, all right. Now we're switching over to the legends. Rachel, are you ready to go? You ready to guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. All right. You have 1:30, and that starts now.
Muszkiel bialaskia. It's a whoop-cha and a whoop-cha and a whoop-cha and a muszkiel baskaska and a rah-rah and a yeah, it's a hoo. Yeah, what's up? How much time?
Iskaba. Fruge segara. Skibra sebra. Sibra sebuska. Lo subra se blup blup blup. Skiskaba. Oh.
Minute.
Skiskaba. Abreu. Sibra skaba.
Muszkiel essa. It's a mucha. It's a amwanya argo guava. Abasaba is all and abasaba and a soup and a soup and a whoop.
32 seconds again.
32 seconds again. Oh, you guys came to play. Yeah, Eagles. All right. Rachel, ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you doing?
I am eating bamboo, like you do.
Yeah, like
except
you do.
for bamboo, like you do, but not bamboo at all. It's feet. It's my feet. And mouth is not a mouth. It's a watermelon.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, here's the thing. You have to clean up that middle one. It's very close. So we need to clean it up just a little bit. I'm going to be real nitpicky on this one. It's close, but you still have 32 seconds. Use them wisely. Time starts now.
Sibraska. Oh, sí. Sabra sebra. Me sebu sibra. Oh. Oh my God. Siba. Siba.
Oh,
All right, 14 left.
Thank you, Simon. All right, Rachel, give me the whole thing again. ¿Qué estás haciendo?
Eating bamboo, but the bamboo tastes like feet, and my mouth is a watermelon.
There it is. Well done. Good job. All right, so we came to play. Oh, I love this.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 3. All right, here we go, bosses. You got another 1:30 up on the clock, and that starts now.
Papa, est-ce que, Fouah! Let's go. Est-ce que,
One little minute left.
Papa. Let's go, Papa.
No, Bob.
No. Ask Baba. Escuadra para Pascueto.
30 seconds. Ooh, 10. No.
All right, so Marilette,
6.
Ay, Dios mío.
you got 6 seconds left. What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Dámelo todo.
Oh, mira, haciendo un huevo. I'm laying an egg.
Yeah?
My egg. Miércoles. Oh, Jesse. It was. Oh God! It was. The Mickey Mouse. It's my egg is Mickey Mouse. In Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and I'm stuck on Band-Aid with says Band-Aid stuck on me. I'm with a Band-Aid.
Oh, Marilette, I'm so happy you have 6 seconds left.
Me too.
I'll tell you what, you're definitely laying eggs, pero that's it. All right.
That's good. That's all I have the energy to do, okay?
Pero yeah, I mean, that's hard enough.
Hit me with them. Give them to me both, you guys. Go.
Here we go. 6 seconds starts now.
Squat, es que para pascara, squara para pascuru, para pascara.
It's the time. The time's done.
All right, that's time, Marilette. You are out of time. Dime, ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you doing?
I'm laying those eggs.
Yeah, you are.
Laying them good. My little huevito, my egg. It is the busy world of Richard Scarry, and I'm with none other than Princess Jasmine from the Pacific 6 p.m. parade at Anaheim's Disneyland.
Oh, Anaheim specifically. Mira, watchate. All right, Marilette, you are still laying that egg.
Yeah.
Pero that's it. So, Rachel, you get a chance to steal. Dime, what are you doing?
Okay, great. Laying an egg. However, the egg is the magic school bus.
Yes!
And I'm, here's where I ruin it. I think I'm with LeVar Burton on the Reading Rainbow.
Oh, not even close. You were laying an egg, and your egg was very much the magic school bus, but you were with Harvey Milk. Marilette, I knew you were going to be so mad. I
get that this makes... I get it.
It's okay,
Yeah.
Nick. You're beautiful. You're perfect. Yes.
Marilette's from San Francisco, so...
It's true.
I
My nephew
know.
went to Harvey Milk Elementary.
If you haven't watched the movie Milk, do yourself a favor. It is a love letter to San Francisco, and the movie is it's literally the only thing I like Sean Penn in.
That's fair.
All right, don't be such a jerk, Sean Penn, if you're watching. Here we go. Moving on to number 4. Here we go. You have 1:30 on that clock, legends, and that starts ahorita.
Oh, it's gonna be tick. Is it a boot's gonna be the
1 minute.
And what Bashkaran is a one sound. And what's got it? What's it? Bang. And a wah. And a wah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's it. And what's got it? It's what's that? And what's that?
We got 13 little seconds left.
All right. So you got. I'm sorry, Simon. What was it? 31.
13.
13. Oh wow. Sas.
Numbers are
All
hard.
right. I know. Sabes que whatever. All right. So
Time is a
13 seconds
construct.
left. Take a guess.
Yeah, I am sleeping in an igloo. Or just, yep. And the bed, not a bed, it is a wedding dress. And I am of eating pickles.
All right. So you need to get a little bit more specific with the original, like the actual activity. You are like, it is a wedding dress, and then the pickles are something else. So you have a little cleanup, but you have those 13 seconds. Again, use them wisely. Begin.
Números que sei. Números que sei. Rah! Rah, rah, rah.
I gotta get some butter.
Rah!
5, 4, 3, 2,
Let's get that. Go ahead. Okay.
more time.
All right, Rachel. Yeah, se acabó. You're out of time. Tell me, what are you doing?
This makes much more sense. I'm hibernating.
I'll give it to you.
And the dreams are pickles.
Dreams are pickles.
Dreams are
And
pickles. And the bed is I'm laying it on a wedding dress.
that's right. 5 points.
Wow.
Yeah, Simon, we are about to move into things 5 and 6. Now, we're going to go ahead and double the points for these next 2 rounds
Hot
because we
dog.
made it nice and hard. So before we move on, can you give me a quick scoring update, por favor?
Well, those bosses have 16, and with that excellent guess from Rachel, the legends have 15. So we're still just one little pointsy off.
It is going to come down to the wire on this one. Ooh, you guys came to play. I'm so excited on this one. All right, here we go. Thing 5, bosses. This is yours, so make me proud. Here we go. Ahí vamos. A minute 30 starts right now.
Aha, Aska, flink, Aska, ha, es que, flunk, Aska, boo, es que, flink, flunk, mira, aba, flunk, fu. Aska pa, es que,
1 minute.
Aska, ska, es que pete,
Allah بس شابه غبا ابو بابا انسكي بلوا بابا سكي بلوا سكابا بابا بابا جابا سكي بلوا بابا سكي بلوا
Back speech, bucket, the basket,
سكي بلوا
the basket.
بابا سكي بلوا
30 seconds.
ha, es que, bam, skara para, skoo, para ta, skoo.
Ooh, 10.
Es que, rakataka. Es que, Askapa.
Oh, we're done.
That's it. Time's up. Marilyn, your time is up. So, última vez, last time, your last full guess. What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo?
I am moving in the dark with night vision.
All right, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Great, thank you. My eyeballs are Jan, the Brady's. Ay, puñeta, ¿cómo se llama la niña? The youngest Brady boy and the youngest Brady girl. Or it's Greg and Marsha. And I am with. Oh, just jamming on my headphones at the bus stop.
Okay. You were definitely seen in the dark. Otra vez, pero ya, that was it.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Me too. That's why I'm laughing. So Rachel, take a guess.
I would love to. Seeing in the dark. The eyeball's not eyeballs. It's one from Little Pigtails Brady, and the youngest Brady boy. And I'm actually inside a mixed universe where it is the Magic School Bus universe where they've left the one kid on the planet and he froze. That's what I got.
Here's the funny thing. Simon almost took Magic School Bus again for that very specific clue. So you're obviously some sort of witch. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. So what you were doing was you were seeing in the dark. Your eyes were Mike and Carol Brady, the parents.
Mama and Papa Brady.
I know, Mom and Papa Brady. And you were inside of the time travel train from Back to the Future 3.
You know what? He did that.
That was. Yep.
You know what I thought when you did that, Jesse? All I could think is like, you're not doing the glasses. That's going to throw her off.
I know.
That's how much of a nerd I am.
You know what? That's it.
That would have made all the difference. Yeah.
Seen Mary Steenburgen in that moment, and it would have all come together.
I mean, I have a Back to the Future tattoo, so I'm gonna be a nerd about it. All right, but no points awarded on that one, unfortunately. But we still got thing number 6. So Legends, this is your final thing. This is the final thing. The score still stands at 16-15. It is literally anybody's game. So here we go. A minute 30 for the last time starts now.
It's a wappa choppa sappa. It's a nasa water. It's a bossa. Yeah, sappa. So go. Yeah, blah.
Let's get about a ball. Okay, let's get a ball. Okay.
Super say fruga say I'm kruba duba say frigere say say fruske super kikera say frup say frugra frigra fram scuba sabra skisaba
Yeah. And it was a wusamasa. It's a busamasa. It's a one another. And a whoosh. And a muscabata. And the water is a whoop, whoop, whoop.
30 seconds.
And a waskabascaba.
Oh, we got 15 little seconds.
You got 15 little seconds left. For the last time. What are you doing?
Hey, great. Here's what I got. I'm doing the silly walk from Monty Python. Strolling about town. And I'm doing it with Larry the Cable Guy. And where I'm at, it's the Back to the Future 4 they never created where they have the Magic School Bus.
Okay, so your activity needs a little cleaning up, but you are with Larry the Cable Guy. That part is right. Pero that's it. Everything else is pero tan wrong. All right, so but you do have 15 seconds to fix it. So that time starts right now.
Buscariase. It's a water. It's a masa. It's just a and a sabana.
10 seconds.
C'est Baku, hey boo, c'est Baku, c'est pas. Oh, d'accord, c'est Baku, c'est pas.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the time. Done.
All right, y'all. Out of time. Yeah, se acabó. Fin. Sas. So, Rachel, final guess. ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing?
I'm strutting around town with Larry the Cable Guy. Okay, and where I am is, Luis, it's great that you bring this up because I really...
Give me that guess.
Love gnats.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
In the magic school bus, though.
Of course. No, don't make it more wrong. All right. So,
I thought it was right. I thought it was right.
Marilette,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm walking about town. I'm shucking and jiving about town. I'm with Larry, that cable guy, and where I'm at.
Oh no! I just got it.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad you did, Rachel. Because
Tell my.
I am at Love Mosquito.
Oh. All right. Here's the deal. Oh, it makes me so sad. You were strutting around like a peacock. So Rachel, you were right there. You were strutting around like a peacock. You were with Larry the Cable Guy, and you were at the Love Bug. Kirby the Love Bug. Oh, close! So right
So
there.
close.
Oh, but still, Simon, what is our final score?
By just a margin of a single point, the bosses have retained their title. The bosses are your winners tonight.
Yeah!
Wow. This was all over the place, up, down, sideways, all over the place. Again, thank you so much, fans, for joining us this evening for the 9:30. Check out our links, check out our merch, check out our shows tomorrow. We got all sorts of shows. Check them all out. On behalf of your visiting team, the Legends of the Loop, we had Bruce Phillips, Vinny Tangerlini, and your guest captain, Rachel Garman-Williams. And give it up one more time for your championship bosses. We had Nicholas Hasselbrock, we had Marilette Martinez, and your captain, Jesse Gomez. But how could we forget the man, the myth, the legend, the hooper himself, Luis Cortez. And on behalf of music director Ryan Mira and the man tickling the computer keys, it's Jason Geis. I've been Simon Collier. Shout out to Olivia Newton-James. Everybody have a wonderful night.